varying sizes, the varying shapes, the varying colours, and most of the gemstones that we carry in our stock have some sort of chips and nuggets, right from what I call the tiny little microchips, right through to the nuggets, right through to the big ice cube boulders. There's just such an array of sizes and shapes, and they lend themselves so well to macrame, to wire wrapping, to rosary link, all sorts of techniques to use, and you can make the simple, delicate little bracelet right through to the enormously heavy, chunky bib style necklace. I just adore them.
Spinel is a historically important gemstone. It is often located in the same gravel beds as things like corundum, so your rubies and sapphires. Because it comes in the same colours, blues and reds, it's often mistaken as a sapphire. Now, this isn't to the detriment of Spinel itself. It has its own important qualities such as great RI, so it's very, very reflective, and great dispersion as well. So it shows a lot of fire as the light hits the stone. From a historical point of view, one of the main important spinels actually sits in the crown jewels, and this was for a long time believed to be a ruby, but recent gemological testing has found the Prince's Ruby is actually a spinel.
Thank you for joining us today for our designer inspiration masquerade ball. It's me, it's Becky. You couldn't tell them, could you? Hello everybody, welcome to an absolutely exciting, mind-boggling, amazingly creative and inspirational show. Trust me, today you are going to be taken to another world of glamour, bespoke, individual pieces, and the lady who will be taking you there today is the extremely talented, oh so lovely Gemma.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lovely, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
I'm excited for today.
What can we expect today?
Lots of masks, lots of lace, lots of luxury. Yeah, it's just really exciting. A bit of wire work, so a bit of everything really.
Honestly, if you have never tried out lace before, today is the day to give it a go, give it a try, because we're going to be adorning a lot of our beautiful lace, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to be using it to sort of revamp things, upcycling, and masks as well, mainly.
You are going to be in for a serious treat today. What can we expect from our first designer inspiration?
So our first designer inspiration, we've got luxury gems for a start, and then we're going to be walking you through that mask that you've just been showing.
Yeah.
So that's the project we're going to go right the way through.
It's going to be so exciting when you see that first designer inspiration. You have the chance to learn how to create this, and you have the chance to own the kit to create it. Everything you're going to need to create this look, you're going to have the chance to get all of the goodies in today's show. It's going to be spectacular. Second designer inspiration, Gem, what are we going to be doing?
We're going to be doing a simpler mask, so one just using the lace rather than wire as well. So if you're not a wire person, that one's for you. And lots of sort of using our mica powders and glitters to embellish.
And to really make the lace pop and give it a different feel.
Yeah, completely change the feel of it.
Honestly, today you are in for a treat. We've got wire, we've got lace, we've got feathers, we have got serious quality gemstones. In fact, I even have a whole section for you today dedicated to luxurious, high-end, one-off, in some cases, pieces for you today. I've got the big blue gemstone, I have got pearls, and I have got the most exquisite. Take a look at this. Wow. This is coming up for you later on in the show. Totally and absolutely natural from Burma Spinel. Honestly, today you have got the chance to get your hands on those beautiful high-end pieces, and some we're going to be dropping the price as low as we possibly can. You're going to get some never ever seen before prices, not to be repeated. We want to hear from you today. Get in touch with us. Gem's here all day. Maybe you haven't tried lace before. Maybe you have tried lace and you find it a bit tricky. Ask Gem. She will help you out. All you have to do is text us. 60777 is your text number. So you text with the word JM Studio. Alternatively, go on jewellerymaker.com. You'll see a little send a message to the studio box there. You can send your message in, anything you might have. Maybe you've got a ball coming up yourself in the next coming months. Maybe you have a theme party that you really want to super go over the top glam for. This is your chance to get involved and ask any questions you might want to the lovely Gem Crow. Now, let's get started, shall we? This bundle is about to bring you glamour at low, low prices. Get ready. Some of the gemstones you're about to get in this collection are going to add beautiful richness, depth, and texture to your pieces. So if that sounds good to you, get yourself on the phone, because trust me, you will not be disappointed with the price. Take a little look at this. You have got such a beautiful variety of colours within this collection. All of them are going to be your deep ruby tones. All of them are going to be this gorgeous, rich colouring, perfect for the Christmas season, but also all around glamour. None of these are too over the top, too in your face. Every single one has just got this beautiful warmth. And this you can see with almost a crimson burgundy tone running throughout. Now these of course are your plain rounds, and they're going to be perfect for you to use as little embellishments, as little accompaniments to create lovely beady beads. If you've got a bead loom already, then these are going to be fab for that. Your macrame, your micro macrame, you can add these to add beautiful high shine and depth of colour to your pieces as well. I'm adding to it some more plain rounds, but you can see much larger, much larger in this quartz. Now, because you've got that beautiful, very berry tone running throughout all of these, that means you're going to be able to have beautiful symmetry in colours, but you've got all the different gemstones as well working with you. And then heating it up a little bit more with a larger size, we can see the facets on this are spectacular. This is truly ruby colour tone, isn't it, that we have here? It really, really is a ruby colour tone that we've got. And lastly, but by no means leastly, a double strand. Oh my goodness. 250 carats worth of your garnets. Can you believe that? Honestly, let me just show you. This is a totally natural strand, by the way. Let me get my torch out, because I want you. The light is so intense to the front. I have no lighting behind me. It's so intense at the front that sometimes with gems like this, when you want to be able to see that play of colour through, you want to be able to see that refraction, I need to get my torch so it's more like when you get it home in natural daylight, because you have the all-around light source, whereas in here we don't. So take a little look at this for me, because it is stunning. Look at that richness. Can you see? It's almost like stained glass in tone. So these are 250 carats worth of your garnet. Now don't forget for me, this is a double strand. Lengthwise, we're looking around 85 centimetres worth of this. So you've got absolutely plenty to play with. I've then of course got your rhodolite garnet in those rounds. Those are 2 to 3 mil, by the way, I didn't say that earlier. 2 to 3 mil for you, and you have got 30 carats worth of these here. Them just together, they're so juxtaposed to each other. You've got relatively large nuggets here with that beautiful organic chic nature, but then you have the purity and the softness of the rhodolite garnet with those rounds. So 2 types of garnet in 2 completely different formations. It really is going to add depth. And then of course you have your quartz itself. You've got 35 carats worth on the plain 4 mil rounds and 80 carats worth on the faceted 5 mil rounds. Now, ask yourself this question. To you, which one of these is the most impressive or the most noteworthy of the gems? For me, personally, I would say the Rhodolite Garnet would be for me, purely because I know how prestigious it is. I know how high-end that gemstone is. I know the prices that you will expect to pay, even with us here at Jewellery Maker, for that most sought-after gemstone. And then you've actually got the garnet of the nuggets as well, and we've always got a meter's worth of genuine gemstones there. It is a double strand, so although you've got 4 different gems in their appearance, you've actually got 5 strands here, because this is a double. If I was to chop this off at the top and bottom and tie a loop in each side, you would have 2 individual strands that actually would work out larger than some of our average strands. So you've definitely got minimum 5 strands worth here of gemstones. Your price point today, you're going to love. £13.80. Okay, now genuinely, wouldn't you just pay that for almost a meter's worth of garnet? Wouldn't you? You would expect to pay that. This is rich, this is luxurious, this is all in that ruby colour tone palette. You would expect that price point to just be on the garnet itself. Please remember for me as well, that price you're seeing now takes into account if there's been any discounts done on any of these recently. So if any one of them, you know, has had their RRP taken down recently because of a sale or whatever, we do show that in the figures. That's not actually the RRP of this. The RRP would be around £5 or £6 more because we've taken the money down already. £13.80 for all of this, 5 strands worth. Now, this is, yeah, you've got the quartz in 2 forms, that's great, but you've got essentially 3 strands of garnet in here. The price I'm about to show you is going to boggle your mind. I'm going under £10 for all of this. 5 strands worth, 2 of them are garnet. £8.95 for you today for all of these garnet, your rhodolite garnet, your quartz, your faceted quartz. There are loads and loads of you there, absolutely loads of you coming through to this, because I think a lot of you probably saw the £13.80 and thought, blimey Charlie, I'll get my hands on that whilst I can. You'll be really happy to know I've got decent quantity. I've got 31 in baskets, I've just been told by my producer. So oh, okay. So many of you have already come in for this. I've got 31 in baskets and I've got 18 left. So be really, really quick, off the marks on this. Fastest finger first. We know today's going to be busy. This morning's been very busy. We've got amazing pieces, amazing creations of things that personally I've never seen before. New techniques, new goodies coming up for you, including brand new lace, by the way. So we know it's going to be busy. What I will say is if you can check out, if you get the opportunity to, just do it as soon as you can, because then you can guarantee it's yours. £8.95, congratulations. That is a sellout, but well done for everyone who did get it. Now, I am about to bring you a brand new strand, which we are going to give to the gorgeous Gemma Crow as part of her challenge. This is brand spanking new. Wow.
It's beautiful. It jumped out at me, that one.
Did it?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Why did this catch your eye so much?
1, because it's so twinkly, and 2, the depth of the colour in that is gorgeous, and it can almost replace black. It's that deep.
It is.
But without being black, you know, so.
It is really, really deep. You can see that the redness is there. You can see that. It does look so dark. It's a really beautiful, rich, deep tone, isn't it? It's kind of it's like you know, Pinot Noir, the wine. It's that colour, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But it's super deep.
But also being that deep, it helps bring out the colour in the other one that I've chosen. So you'll see that in a minute.
You have got 95 carats here. It is a brand spanking new strand. And I have to be honest, Rhodolite Garnet, we do not see rhodolite that often, and when we do see it, it's very rarely highly faceted like this. It very rarely has this much effort and workmanship gone into it. We offer you a lot of plain rounds. In fact, I just did, you know, just brought you a plain round, haven't I? We always tend to offer you the plainer effect. However, today you have got that seductive sparkle upon here, I genuinely believe that for such a high-end gemstone, you are going to love the price point. For you today, it's just £17.95. This is a sought after, much loved gemstone, and it's your first time to get your hands on it right here, right now. 95 carats worth. We are going to give it to Gem. So if you're looking at it and thinking, oh my goodness, I do absolutely love that. I really want to see the redness to myself, because don't forget the lights in here are quite harsh, so the gemstones can come across a little bit darker than they are. This one in particular, to me, it is a beautiful Pinot Noir. It is a beautiful, deep, rich red. But I think it's on screen, it can almost look a little bit black, can't it? But at £17.95, it is an absolute deal for a brand spanking new strand of this quality and this nature. Lots of you are already getting it. Congratulations to you. £17.95, you're going to be one of the first people in the world to own this beautiful strand. And Gem's going to give us some ideas of exactly what to do. Aren't you, Gem?
I'm going to have a go.
And we're going to add another one to this. Is this one of your favourites? Where are we at? This is another challenge strand.
Yeah.
You've got 3 challenge strands.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky me.
Well, I didn't ask how many I could have, so I just picked 3.
I love that. that, and that. This is so, so beautiful. These are your Plum cultured pearls. Now, why did this one spring to your eye?
But the colour is just beautiful. It's the sort of, I'm not a really pink, baby pink person, but I feel I could wear that as a pink. Do you know what I mean? It's that dusky tone that I love, or I would wear. But it also goes so well with the other. With the garnet, it's just gorgeous with the garnet, and it really picks the tones out.
It really, really does.
Yeah.
It adds a beautiful edge to that garnet, doesn't it? These are your Plum culture pearls. Let me show you with the garnet, because it really does bring.
It just looks lovely together.
You've got your high shine super facet for the garnet, and then that's juxtaposed with the beautiful organic nature of those smooth as you like pearls. They do look wonderful together.
You really do.
What are your ideas with working with these two together?
I think it makes some really simple, classic pieces of jewellery today. We've got a lot of extravagance going on, but if we keep the stones extravagant, but then make some simple pieces to accompany sort of the more extravagant pieces you might make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to pair up nicely.
It will, yeah.
I absolutely adore. Honestly, just treat yourself to it whilst you can, okay? Because we haven't actually got that many of these, and you know how popular pearls have been recently and will continue to be so. Do treat yourself to them whilst you can. Your price today, it's just £11.95 for the smoothness and for the quality of these. That is outstanding, because do take a close look. Don't forget that you're under 40 times magnification. These cameras do 40 times magnification, so it's even it's clearer on the camera than it even would be to eye. But even under 40 times magnification, there's not loads of dimples in this, loads of lines in this, loads of troughs and pits. These are smooth as you like, and we all know that that's what brings up the price of pearls. Isn't it?
It does, it does. And I think the one thing that you're really not seeing on the camera is the gold sort of, is it the orient? The gold, that sort of lustre that's coming off them. So
yeah,
it is hard to see in the studio, but there's definitely an element of gold that you could pick out.
Massively.
Yeah.
And that is due to the build-up of the nacre around that orient that shows you this beautiful pearlescent sheen. And it is golden, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
So what metal would you think of adding this to?
I would definitely go for gold, especially combined with the garnet. I would definitely go gold.
It's going to add something special, isn't it? It
Yeah.
really, truly is. Congratulations, everybody who's getting your hands on that. I've got a few of them left, so do get them if you wish. I just need to make this really, really clear straight away. What I'm about to show you, I do not have a huge quantity of. What I'm about to show you, you are going to adore and love, and the price point for the quality especially is mind-boggling. They are huge, huge luxury pearls. Not many though. I'm in my last chance saloon on these. They are spectacular. spectacular, aren't they? They are your archetypal, to me, effects. They almost look perfect round. They're not, apparently. They're a 9 by 10, but I am spinning these around to try and show you that obvious effect, but it's so subtle, isn't it? They look almost like perfect rounds. And then you've got this silver overlay, which is just so warming. Can I have a quantity check on this already? Because I can see people are checking out. Blimey, Charlie. Going fast on this one. Okay, so I'm headed, my last chance saloon is in eyesight, and we are genuinely going to do an astonishing price on these. Now, what you're looking at right here is 10 years worth of work by Mother Nature. What you're looking at here is a smoothness, a cleanness to them, if that makes sense. There's so many clean lines around this, and the fact that you've got that in this size is almost unthinkable, because we can get smoothness in the smaller pearls, because the smaller pearls have taken, say, 4 or 5 years to create each and every single one by Mother Nature, and because it's that shorter time, because of the smaller amount of build-up of nacre, it's easier to get a smoother finish. That's why you can get really nice smooth rice pearls, you know, that are kind of around the 3 mil, because it's only been 3 years in the making, and it's a easier base to work off. As soon as you've got the luxury pearl, which this technically is, because in the gem world we describe a luxury size pearl as 9 mil or more, you've got 9 mil and more on this, so it is a luxury strand of your beautiful pearls. As soon as you're talking about luxury sizes, the opportunity to get those ridges, to get those dimples, to almost get the kind of candy floss appeal to them in look is so much more likely to happen. The fact you've got luxury size with this smoothness is what is going to make the price skyrocket in most places. But you know what we're like here at Jewellery Maker. Guys, if you want this, please be quick on it. You know what we're like here at Jewellery Maker. This is your high-end luxury strand, because two of the main ways we price pearls, two of the many ways, but two of the main ways is the smoothness. If it's smooth, it's going to be way up in price, and the size. As soon as it's a luxury size, the price is going to be up again. The fact you have got both of those things here, you need to get in your mind that this is your highest end of pearls. The price is purely, and I can't stress this enough, the price is purely as low as it is because when we purchased these, we were able to do a mass order. We ordered over 100 of these. They were so popular, they went like the clappers. That's why we've not got many of these left at all now. Ladies and gentlemen, your price point today is astonishing. £17.95. This, to me, for quality-wise, is at our prices the £25 strands. That's what I've seen at our prices. That's what I would expect, purely because we were able to buy so many at one point. Are you getting that price point? It's power of purchase, it's bulk buying to the extreme, and you know that we pass that on. Some people don't, some places don't. We do. We always strive to do that. £17.95 for you today. What do you think of these?
I think they're just gorgeous. I think all the pearls we've got at the moment are fantastic, but they would equally have gone in with my challenge as well, so. But I had to stop, didn't I?
Yeah, or else you would have had everything out of every box.
That would have just been greedy.
It would have been. Loads of you getting this, lots of multi-buys. Congratulations, everybody. I'm going to add the last challenge strand to your collection so you can get on with it in a little bit.
Thank you.
Why did we go for this one, apart from the obvious that it is just beautiful?
I think you have to see all three together to understand just how well they work, and how what I've got is the depth of the garnet, then the sort of mid-tone with the pearl, and then the pale with the amethyst, and it just look fantastic together.
That strand to me is a ready-made necklace, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I just wanted to make life easy today. That's what it was. Is it ametrine?
It's amethyst, but you're right, there is areas of colour that you'd think,
and again, then the gold, again with that, to pick out those yellow tones. Gorgeous.
This amethyst is spectacular. Look at the shape on these. We have really thought about this. We truly, truly have, because you've got some that are kind of a little bit bolder in the midsection. It's got more of a domed look. And then look at that center one. It is elegant, it is elongated, it draws the eye down to the rest of the pieces. It's just a show off strand really, isn't it? The work kind of has been done for you, but that gives you more scope. That gives you the opportunity to work with this amazing amount of glamour. Just look at the quality of this. The work that has gone into this shows you the quality of this, because we wouldn't go to that much effort of creating each one of these to draw your eye down, to elongate them, to then facet them, overlay. We wouldn't go to all of that if the quality wasn't outstanding, and it truly, truly is. For this quality and for this beauty and for this, let's face it, instant glamour, because this is a seriously glamorous strand. This is the type of strand that if you're a bit of a magpie like myself, and you want to go big, glamtastic, bold, beautiful, sparkly, just restrand it kind of as is, add a few spaces, gorgeous. But this is also a strand for you who like more of the subtle pieces. You like that gorgeous, understated elegance. You like those simple pieces that look really high-end. You've got that with this too. In fact, if you do that, and if you like that sort of look, you have got individual pendants here, time and time and time again. Loads of you coming in for this one. I'm going to count them just to give us an idea of how many we're getting. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 I have on my strand. Now, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Because it means your eye really pulls down to that centre drop. I have 15 on my strand. Of course, you will be getting 95 carats worth. Yours might work out slightly more, yours might work out slightly less, but let's say an average of 15, shall we? At that price point that I'm about to show you, you're going to be paying less than, well, you'll be paying less than £2 per one at the price I'm about to give you. You're actually paying less than £1 per one. You're paying 79 pence per one. Now, that is absolutely mind-boggling. 79 pence per one, Gemma.
That's ridiculous.
£11.95 for this. What do you think of that?
So with a sterling silver hook, it's that £1.58, £3 tops for a pair of sterling silver earrings that you'll sell for 15, 20, depending where. Obviously, you can go up. You can go upwards of that if you're in a boutique. But it's fantastic.
They look beautiful together. Good eye.
Yeah, they look lovely.
Ladies and gents, so many of you are coming in for this one. I've got multi-buyers on this. I've got people from all over the world getting their hands on this. Out at Hebrides, Somerset, Essex. I've got Scotland on there as well, Northumberland, Wales. Lots and lots of you coming in for this. It is so spectacular. And honestly, what I will say is check out your baskets, because I'm getting low on quantity. What is my quantity approximately on this? I've got 50 of these left at this moment in time. However, loads of you with it in your baskets. Loads and loads. Do treat yourself. It's £11.95 for you. Genuinely, I think you're getting yourself some super sparkly, high quality, eye-catching, elongated amethyst for just pennies per one. That is so gorgeous. I'll hand them to you, lovely lady.
Thank you.
You're going to have fun with them.
I am.
Can't wait. Now, listen, lovely ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest with you, we see a lot of pieces, of course, working here, lots of designers on. Some days, the morning show, the mid show and the late show, we'll have lots and lots of guest designers. But now and again, there is just a collection that takes your breath away. Now and again, there is a collection that makes people act loopy, act even stranger than we already are here as a group of people. There is that moment where you get the chance to, you have the beautiful pieces, and the directors and the tech ops have to take pictures before we go on to the show of any stage, so we can put them on Facebook later on. And even they're getting really excited. But of course they see so many pieces week in, week out. There is one time now and again, very rarely, when a collection just dumbfounds us all. And this is one of those occasions. Look at this collection. You've got an upscale bag, you've got a fan, you've got a glove detail, you have got necklaces, you have got cuff pieces, you have got so much in here. And Gem, you said you had left over.
Yeah, I've got nearly all the lace and a big bag of gemstones and loads.
Gem's mask is also part of this collection as well. Now, I know that you may have seen lace before, and I have seen lace before. This is a different way to how I've seen it, and for me, it's glamorous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's glamorous, and you can add it to the most simple of things and make it extra special.
Absolutely true. Now, lovely ladies and gentlemen, this is luxury. This is high-end. You can see these pieces, they are boutique. The variety, the selection you have within here is spectacular as well. You get loads of lace in here, but the gemstones that we have picked out and paired with this are truly, truly some of the names, and some of the big hitters in here are really, really high end. I'll be completely straight with you, I'll be completely honest with you. Sometimes here at Designer Inspiration, you might be used to seeing the £24 mark, the £25 mark. This is not that collection. This is not going to be that collection. So you already need that in your mind, because these are so luxurious and high end, you need to expect a higher price point. But what I can promise you is that today, the price drop on both of our Designer Inspirations are going to hit our average price drop out of the park. Truly, truly. So just get yourself ready for gorgeousness. Let's start with the lace first, shall we? I've got plenty to show you here, so I'll try. Oh, there's so much. And we have to go through these quite quickly, so eyes peeled, everyone. Don't forget, we can cut these up. We'll see exactly how to use this very, very shortly. Take a little look. So you've got your beautiful flower details. You've got your diamond shapes with that really beautiful, intricate lace work in the center there. You've then got bigger, bolder pieces that are so eye-catching. Look at that. Really beautiful, big gaps in here, which means you can adorn this really, really spectacularly. You've then got more delicate pieces with your flowers and your center wing sections. I've got the actual rose shapes as well, which I haven't seen before, I have to say, but they are beautiful. English rose, aren't they? You've got kind of your eye-shaped one, if I could show you that. With that beautiful rose detail, again, high shine on this one, high shine, high quality. I'm then adding some, I love this piece, I think this is one of my favourite shapes. It's like the butterfly shape. Oh, how weird that I would love the butterfly shape. The butterfly shape you've got here, which is so eye-catching, really, really beautiful. I've then got for you, that kind of a heart-shaped one. You see that? So you've got kind of the heart shape with the flowers and daisies, and almost with kind of the fleur-de-lis effect. You've then got really clear, beautiful roses with leaf details on there as well. That's a beautiful one, isn't it? That's a really, really, really beautiful one. More flowers coming your way as well, but then almost with the vine detail on this too. So lots and lots. I'm not even, all the way through yet. So you get another one of those as well in that same shape. I've then also got for you, I love this one. How beautiful is that? Because I just love how it draws your eye down, doesn't it? That actually is a handpiece, it would be beautiful. It just draws your eye down to that centre section. You've got another one of the large hearts as well, and you're going to be getting another one which I've not seen before, but I love. Beautiful. Isn't that elegant? So you have got 15 pieces of this red lace. Red lace is one of the newest to our collection. I have got some brand new lace coming up for you later in brand new shapes. This is your beautiful high-end red lace. Now, What you're going to see in our designer inspiration is the fact that you can alter the colour, alter the appearance, alter the effect of these pieces, and that's exactly what you've done on your mask, because we don't look at your mask, I wouldn't look at your mask and instantly think, oh yeah, that's red.
Yeah.
Because there's different layers, different colours, different effects that you've added.
That's it, I've painted some of the petals with mica powders, and then I've used glitter to pick out other details, so you can, you know, really change it up a bit and get, because the red shines through, you get that consistent sort of hue midway through, but you've got different tones.
It's really beautiful. We'll talk to you all about that later on. Oh, we've had lots of texts in.
Good-o.
Yeah, have a look. Loads of these, 15 pieces of that. Hi ladies, looking stunning. Oh, thanks Sandra. Settled in for an afternoon with credit cards and brew. All ready for the bargains and inspiration. Have fun, Sandra. Sandra, thank you so much. Do settle in, because genuinely, just get ready. The amount of price drops and amazing high-end quality pieces we're doing for you today, you don't want to miss out on. Settle in with your brew. Enjoy. Oh, how do we think we say that? Just tuned in. Becky, you look beautiful. Oh, can't wait to stay glued on the screen to watch my hero Gemma. I'm 100% sure to have a go time.
Have a good time.
You're so right. You're someone's hero, Gem.
Hi, Maureen. I like Maureen.
Oh, Maureen likes you. It is, honestly, Maureen, you're going to be so inspired today. You truly, truly are. I can't wait to show you all these pieces. So we've gone through the 15 pieces of lace. I'm now bringing you the beautiful, exquisite gems. I love this strand.
I'm so pleased to see that back. We haven't had faceted shell pearl in, I don't know how long. And it's just gorgeous.
It is special, isn't it?
Yeah.
These are your 6ml golden colour. That is so elegant and high-end, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same matte gold as on your dress, which you'll see everywhere at the moment. It's gold party season, isn't it?
Gold party season, it is. It's that kind of colouring, that colour tone, isn't it? Beautiful. Keeping to the same sort of theme, you've got that smoothness here of the black. Hang on. Black shell pearl. Now, this is your black shell, and this again is faceted. Really delicate facets on that one. You can see them when you get it up close and personal. You have got 6ml on those ones again. Now, the wonderful thing about the shell pearl is that you don't have to be as worried about things like perfumes near these as you might with other gems or other organics, because they're super strength. It's mother of pearl bead, essentially. The material that we add and build up time after time after time, very much like a mollusk does within, you know, to create a real pearl. We build it up and up and up, super strong, so you don't have to be as worried with these as you might with others. And then, spicing this up, this is a party strand, isn't it?
It's got that sparkle that's going to catch your eye.
It really does. This is your gorgeous lemon gold pyrite. 60 carats worth here. I just want to show you the length of this strand, if I may. Look at that. That's larger than our average 30 centimetres, isn't it? Definitely. Looking around close to 40 centimetres worth on that one. Really gorgeous high shine. The thing is, on that strand, it can look quite impactful, and you can use that to your advantage. You can keep it very bold and wowzers, but you can just use them very, very delicately to add small amounts of high shine. And I think pairing it with the gunmetal colouring really gives it a beautiful twist.
It does.
Doesn't that? Black and gold, I mean, come on. That is high-end elegance, isn't it? Just those two together are spectacular. And you have such workmanship's gone into pyrite, because don't forget, pyrite, you know, it's a metallic, it's like a sub-metallic glow, and it's really hard to be able to facet because of the strength of it and due to the structure of it. So it's wonderful that we've been able to bring you two really high shine sparkly strands of it today. And now I'm about to step the glamour up one step more. We've got your blacks and golds, and now we're going to make it a little bit of something extra. Richness of your cherry pearls. They are 10 by 9 approximately, all the way to 13 by 9. So we have got so big sizings on here. In your luxury bracket, these ones, and I don't mean just in, I mean 13 by 9 on some of these. They are rich, they are flirtatious, they are seductive as a strand and as a colour, and they are bold too. Very rare do we get pearls on of this size. It is so spectacular. These are the ones that we've used around the sides of your mask that you'll be able to have today, but we've also used the more delicate ones as the droppers themselves. Now, you are going to want to get your hands on this collection, because not only are you going to get all of the essentials that you need to create this look. We have got the wire coming up for you and the hairbands, etc. if you need those. If you don't, if you've got loads of wire and you've got loads of headbands, we've separated this specifically for you guys, because we've gone, some people do have quite a bit of wire and some people do stock up on things like your headbands and your hair combs, so maybe they don't need them, so we put them separately for you. So you guys at home can treat yourself today to what you really need, which is the 15 pieces of lace and this collection of gemstones. They have been thought out for these pieces specifically. So if you want to recreate these looks, you have the opportunity to, at an amazing price. I've already told you this is boutique. I've already told you this is high-end. This is not, like I said, the 24, 25 price point that you might be used to seeing, because this is so high-end, this is serious luxury, and let's face it, you're getting loads. But what I can promise you is the price slash I'm about to do on this is way outdoing our average. We say here on Designer Inspiration, our average price slash is around the £12 mark. So Designer Inspiration, our average price slash on the Designer Inspiration kits is £12, because sometimes we do a £16 drop, but sometimes we'll then do a £7 drop. Average is £12 price drop. Take that figure, screw it up, throw it away, because I'm about to beat that massively. Your price should be. Now that goes to prove to you, that goes to prove how luxury, how high-end that is, because generally our Designer Inspirations are around the £40 mark originally, aren't they? Well, even less than that sometimes. So you're heading towards the £60 price bracket on this. These are high-end, these are luxurious. We haven't just thrown in a pack of 5 lace, we have given you a whole stash selection of lace, because we know that once you get this home and once you play with it, you're gonna wish you'd bought more lace, so we've just thrown it all in for you for once. Your price today is just not 60, it's £34.95. £12 saving? No. What you're actually saving today? £23.65 is your price off this completely today. It's just £34.95. This is high end, this is serious luxury. Generally, for a pack of 5 lace, it's £10, isn't it? It's the £9.95 for a pack of 5. You've got 15 packs here. Sorry, you've got 15 worth here, so you've got 3 packs. So the lace itself alone should be £30. That means you're getting your shell pearl facets, which we hardly ever see, in the gold, in the black. You get the pyrite in the gold, and the gunmetal as well. And then you get the pearls for around £4.95. These are luxury strands at rock bottom prices. That's not even really equating to £1 per strand, is it really? What do you think of that price drop?
I think it's an amazing price. Just the lace is the highest quality you'll find. And then, you know, the gemstones are almost a bonus to get lace that quality even. And then the gems, fantastic.
Absolutely. Do check out your baskets, lovely ladies and gents, because genuinely there is a very, very high-end special appeal to the lace, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
It is seriously luxurious. It is serious quality. And you've got the opportunity to own it today. And they are, we all know, the pack of 5 lace is £9.95. That's the price. It's always been, that's the price it will always be. So you are getting £30 worth of lace with 5 strands for that price point. That is amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing. It really is.
So spectacular.
Even if you just iron it onto some dresses for Christmas, then you know you've already got a high impact dress, but you're probably paying next to nothing for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's
fantastic.
an amazing. If you haven't tried lace before, can lace be something? Because it looks so impressive and it looks so over the top. Is it something that beginners can do and play with?
Yeah.
Or do you have to have a background in some other fabrics or?
No, it's the first time I've ever used lace. So, you know, and it's a case of just being brave and just going for it. You know, at that price, you can afford to play with it. It's like, imagine if you went on a course, you'd pay a lot more, and you probably, you know, by getting it and just going for it, you'll learn so much. And it is trial and error, you know. But you can't really go that far wrong. Which, you know, so you might as well.
May as well go for it with that price drop. Almost £23. Well, over £23 off. Look at this fan. Isn't that gorgeous?
See, that's just 2 pieces of lace, but without the lace, it would have just been feathers sticking out on prongs, you know. But the lace sort of gives it that base.
Special, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really is so special. Congratulations to everyone who's getting their hands on this. It is truly wonderful. I love how you've adorned this bag as well.
Yeah, so that's my mum's old bag. So I pinched that and...
Seems to be rude.
Yeah, my mum's not an old bag, but that is my mum's old bag. And that's, you just iron the some backing, like adhesive.
Yes, yeah.
So I used some of that and ironed it onto the lace and then ironed it onto the bag.
That's fast.
So that, you know, that just helps it adhere, and then put a few of the gemstones to
Zhuzhing up things you already have and probably don't use because you don't really like them anymore, or you find them a bit boring, and you just add new life to them.
That's right, and because the colour is of the lace all consistent, so if I was to, I could wear that with any piece of the jewellery or mask that I've made, because it all, you know, is all cut. Tones in together.
All tones in together. Genuinely lovely, ladies and gentlemen. For just approximately £4.95, you are getting a strand of pyrite, 2 strands of pyrite, 2 strands of that beautiful faceted shell pearl, and a massive luxury strand of pearls. That is something not to be missed, and you're not missing it. Your names have gone off my screen. Congratulations to you all, from Cheshire to Grace London Town and Wiggle and Morgan, Fife, Somerset, Gloucestershire, all of these places getting your hands on it. Congratulations to you all. You're going to have so much fun playing with this, because you did, didn't you?
Oh, I did, yeah. I didn't want to put it down. I had it out on the table for a good 6 days. I just couldn't leave it alone. I wanted to make something else, and in the end I thought, I know, you've got to put it away, Gem.
Because when I saw you doing the workshop the other week, you were so excited.
Yeah, really.
Really, she said, I have not been able to put it down. I cannot put it down. I can't wait to get home tonight because I'm going to make more.
Yeah. So I've been up till 2 or 3 in the morning most nights. I just can't leave it alone. I have to keep thinking, oh, I could do that and I could do that.
So the fact that this is Gemma's first attempt with lace, you can see that it could be for a lace beginner, a lace novice. Yeah. Even if you've not tried lace, now's your opportunity to, with a massive discount for you today. Right, where are we starting? Lovely Gem.
We're going to go through this project here. So it looks more complicated than it is. Hopefully I'll be able to break it down enough for you to want to have a go at it.
Okay, fab.
Okay. So I'm going to keep referring to it as we go. So this is a Masquerade one with a handle, just because, you know, traditionally the Masquerades, they would have handles and hold it up. So we're going to go through that one.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay. So first thing is I do stiffen the lace slightly so that it stands on its own.
Okay.
And I give you a good tip. Now I use polystyrene heads a lot to work onto, but if you haven't got one of those, and I know not everyone could get their hands on them, in the shops, especially at the moment, because it's Halloween approaching, you can get these white face masks, you know, the plain white ones that the kids can paint themselves.
I know what you mean, yes, yeah.
So you can get them in those stores where everything costs around £1.
Yeah, or a penny under.
Or a penny under. Yeah. And what's great about them is you get the white mask, but you also get a clear protector on top and underneath, so you actually get 3 moulds.
Oh, that's clever.
So so for your £1 you're going to get 3 face moulds, and these are great because you can glue onto them. It doesn't matter if you throw them away. And they're obviously got the rough shape. They're a little bit smaller than a real face, but you only need to get the rough shape. So what I've done is I've stiffened this piece here, and I've used 1 part PVA, no, 1 part water, 3 parts PVA.
Okay.
So it's only slightly watered down, and that gives you a really quite a stiffened piece of lace.
Okay, fab.
So that's that piece. So you prepare that ready, we'll let that dry. It'll dry completely clear, and then we can peel that off of there to use in our piece. I did exactly the same with the one I'm wearing, just arrange the lace in and around the face. Find bits of lace that fit, that matched, and glued them all on, and then put some stitches in once it had dried just to make sure that it held in place. So perfect to work on.
Okay.
Okay, so this piece is nice and stiffened now. You can see it would hold its shape if I put it onto a frame.
Okay.
Okay. So then we're going to make the eye shape for the mask first, and we do that. I've twisted in one of the bundles you've got coming up. We've got some lovely 1mm, very super soft gold-plated wire, and it's gorgeous. It's nice and strong, and I've twisted 2 pieces together to give me an even stronger base.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got a length here which is about fingertip to shoulder, and I will probably cut some off, but it's best to have 1 long piece than 2 short. So get as a longer piece as you can manage, really. And then we're going to make the eye shape. Now, we do want it to be symmetrical, because that, if it's not, you really do notice it. When it's off, you don't, but when you put it on, you think, oh no, it's not symmetrical. So to do that, if you fold the piece of wire in half and pull down with your thumb and finger just to give you that shape. Now that is going to sit sort of on the nose area.
Okay.
And then, but what we're going to do is shape both sides together. So hold both together like so, and we're going to form with our thumbs. So if I hold it firmly in this hand and with my thumb just push against it to get a curve going. Because I'm using both together and the wire is super soft, it's not difficult to do this at all. So I'm just putting some pressure upwards with my thumb to get the top curve of the eye. Okay. Don't worry about it being perfect, too perfect at this stage, because you can always give it a tweak after.
Okay.
And then once I think I've got sort of the rough outline of the eye, then I'm going to then bring it back in to form the underside of the eye.
Okay.
So to do that, I want a nice sharp corner to my eye. Let me find my pliers. So I'm going to use my flat nose pliers, grip the 2 wires together, and then use my finger against the wire to push in so I get like a nice sharp corner there. Again, keeping those wires together.
Yeah.
And then if I pop it back down here, we can see the shape forming. So hold it down so you can see, and then again, put a curve in with your thumb just by pushing gently outwards and bringing that back in towards that nose area. Okay, so we have this shape, and because we've done them together, they're both the same.
They're both symmetrical.
Yeah.
Okay, good tip. If you do want to create this base, you will need the twisted wire. We've got wire coming up for you later. It's our newer super soft core wire. That's coming up for you in a little bit, plenty of it. But if you want to create the look yourself with that wire, you're going to need the wire twister tool. This is super duper easy to use, isn't it?
It is, and it's just so quick and easy to get out and work with as well. It's not, some of your other tools you might have to set up. This one you're just ready to go.
It's just ready to go. All you have to do is pop your tab onto the end section, tighten the screw on it, add in up to 5 pieces of wire, and in fact you can do more because you can put double wires through some of those holes. Simply turn the handle and the wires all twist together. It gives you a nice beautiful base. It means that you can use some thinner wires that perhaps you wouldn't normally use as a base wire. You can actually use them as, because you'll double up the strength. And if you want to create this look, you're going to need that twisted wire detail, because otherwise you're not going to be able to get the same look or effect, are you?
No, you're not going to get the same. In this case, it's strength. We're not using it necessarily as design, but also when we're wrapping things onto the twisted wire, you've automatically got a nice key for your finer wires to latch into.
I see. So it gives that security.
Yeah.
And when you have got a mask like this that you will be, playing with, you'll be holding it. You want that. Yeah. You don't want gems sort of scooching up in the wrong places. So it acts almost like teeth. Your wire twister tool, your price today. Get it whilst you can. because it's just £8.45. It's an absolute bargain. It's a professional tool. It means that you can twist, this is it being used, it means that you can twist lots of different colours together, you can twist lots of different gauges of wire together. You don't just have to use the same gauge. So do give it a go today. It's just £8.45 for this professional tool, and there is a tutorial of exactly how to use it on our YouTube page too. And also you get tips on things like that if you join today, if you get involved today with your free DVD and booklet too, so do get involved.
And just another point on that, it's not just wire you can twist together, it's fabrics and ribbons and beading thread. It works really well with that.
Fab, so multi-use, £8.45.
Okay, so I've got my basic eye shape. You can see that form there. It's a bit like a fish at the moment. So that's basically what I want. And then where it comes to meet the nose, I'm going just to bend the two wires together so that they sort of sit just flush against the where that central piece comes there, okay? So once you've got it there, you can sort of roughly imagine how much you're going to need to create a spiral. So I'm going to trim my wire off leave myself 1.5 inches on either end to spiral in. Now, creating a spiral is really, you need to work with the two wires separately, unless you have a pair of these lovely bail making pliers. And the reason you'd have to do it separately if you were using your general round nose pliers is because they're tapered. So you'd have one that was larger, because it was sitting in a larger area of the pliers than the other. And although it's really minuscule, when you do team it up, when you put them next door to each other, you'll see the difference. So I'm going to use my bail makers, or alternatively I'd do them separately. So gripping the ends, and then I'm going to just turn them so I make a spiral. And this, again, this may need to be trimmed down a bit, but we'll do all that as we need to. Let's get it both the same shape first. So we're here, and then when we open this up, so I'm going to grab the nose bit there and just turn one side over like that and the other side over like that, and you can see I've got this shape now and it's symmetrical.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so this might not be the shape we're after. I mean, this is looking a little bit too long. We want it sort of more wide. So what we're going to do is just holding them, just sort of start bringing them down into more the shape you want, so just pulling them over.
Do you know what that makes me think of though, the way you had it before? Have you seen what's really in fashion at the moment? The headbands that have the lace ears.
Yeah,
on.
that was the other thing.
You could do that as a base, couldn't you?
Yeah, this is the other thing I wanted to do. I just had to stop. But yeah, they are everywhere, aren't they? Okay. So just give it a few tweaks, and when you're happy with the shape, you will then use your finer gauge wire just to bind those areas together. So if I just quickly bind them, you'll see where I'm at.
Well, I'll tell you what, whilst you're binding with that, because we know how to bind together, I'll bring you the wire. So you're using the 0.4 there, are you?
Yeah, I am.
So this is the super duper new wire, which people are going crazy over. You guys love it. Our guest designers love it. It's a totally different feel, isn't it?
It is, it is. It's like working with sterling silver. So if you want to get into working with sterling silver, this is great for practicing with before you work on your sterling silver. But it's also just, if you've got dexterity problems, it's just so much softer, so much easier to work with.
It is super strong still. Don't think just because it's softer that there's anything different about it. It's not. It's just the core itself is slightly altered. So it's still the same thicknesses. It's still your 1 mil. It's still strong. It's still durable. It's still structural. But it is a lot easier going on the hands. Take a little look at what we have got here. So this is the wire exactly that we have used for the frame that we twisted together earlier on in the demo. This is your 1 mil and it is your copper soft wire. 10 meters worth we get on this reel. In the gold also, which lovely Gemma is binding with right now, is your 0.4 soft gold, again 10 meters worth. I've then got your silver as well, 0.4, 10 meters worth. So already you have got a set of 3 of our brand new super soft wires. These are so new to us. We've only had them in for a little amount of time. Sorry to interrupt, can I just say to you lovely ladies and gentlemen that I've only got low quantity of this. I've got under 50 of this, just to let you know. So already we've got loads of people buying this. We know it's going to be popular because it's got the super soft wiring, and generally when I've seen the super soft wiring with bundles, I've only seen 1, sometimes 2 lengths. Personally, I've never seen 30 metres worth of it together, let alone in such usable gauges with the 1 mil, and of course your weaving wire. These are perfect, aren't they, really? I've then got our original wire, as it were, as well, which is 1 mil in the silver, which is 10 metres worth. It's quite nice that we've popped this in, actually, because it's going to show you the difference in the feel, and then you can pick which one you prefer. I've then got your memory wire packs. The small, medium and large in the silver, the small, medium and large in the gold as well. Don't forget, we get 14 loops on the small wire, 14 loops on the medium wire, and 10 loops on the big wire. You all know what to do with memory wire, and if you don't, get this today and get yourself on to our YouTube channel because there's so many on there. You've then got your hair grips as well, 5 of those in the golden colour. There are metal hair grips, so they're so comfortable to wear. They stay in your hair without pulling your hair out, and if you've ever worked with the plastic ones before, which are prone to snap, obviously not that issue with these ones. And I then have the hair bands as well. Again, 5 of those in total that we have. There is so much here, I can't possibly hold it all, so I'm just going to sort of stack. You have got all that you can see on screen now. 30 metres worth of our super new duper soft centre wire. 10 metres worth of our silver 1 mil. You've got 2 packs, the gold and the silver of the memory wire. 5 of your hair grips and 5 of your headbands. Your price today should be that price. Should be £33.10, but that's what all you lot have bought it at. You lot have all bought it at £33.10, and there's probably about 30 of you who've already bought it. You've all bought it at that price because you lot know that we're going to drop this as low as we can. We're going to give you a great deal on it, a great offer on essentials and pieces that you love. Your price today, we're dropping it. You all pay the same. It's just £27.95. So congratulations to you 30 or so people who knew we were going to drop the price, knew we were going to do you a great bargainacious deal on this, and we have. £27.95. Check out your baskets because I'm in my last chance saloon on this right now. £27.95 to get your hands on all of those goodies. It will be a sellout. Just treat yourself to it and check out as soon as you possibly can for me. That way you know it's yours. So we've been binding them together.
We bind them together. And now what we're going to do is make the handle. So once you've made your frame, the first part of your frame, you then need to make the handle. Okay. Now I would put your handle on at this stage, because otherwise, if you go any further along and then try and attach a handle, you're going to have to be threading these wires in and out of some quite fine work. Okay. So it's best to do it early on, get all the structure done first, and then embellish. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got 4 wires, 4 of my 1 mil soft wire together, and I've twisted them together using the small wire twister. It will take that many wires and twist them perfectly like this. Fine. Okay, and I've done, this is probably around ½ metre of twisted wire, okay? So at both ends I want you to splay the wires out like this. Now the beauty of using the soft wire with the twister is, 1, it's easy to twist, and 2, it's still soft even once it's been twisted.
Oh, that's good.
So it has slightly work hardened, but with our wire, our general wire, once you've twisted it, it's work hardened even more.
Work hardened so
and
much,
then it's much harder to get these wires straightened out. Mm-hmm. So this one, it undoes really easily. I've got to tell you, it's ever so hard to talk in this.
Is it sucking you in?
Yeah, it's fine when you're just normally breathing.
Relaxing, but talking?
Trying to talk, use my lungs at the same time.
Did you get someone to fasten you in, or did you fasten yourself in?
No, I fastened myself in.
It reminds you of those films that you watch of like back in the day when there'd be like the maid sticking the knee in the back.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's not quite.
Doing that. Someone's holding the bedpost. It wasn't that bad then.
It wasn't that bad.
All right. If you faint,
Yeah, well, that could
Hello,
happen.
I can do the recovery position.
You can fan me down.
Yeah, I'll fan you and get you your smelling salts.
Yes.
Or a gin.
Yeah, that'll be better. Right, okay, so I've got these fanned out now.
Okay.
So I'm going to use those to wrap it into the frame in just a second. So I'm going to fold them in half, put in all the untangled bits together. And then this bit does take a bit of strength, so you might want some help with this, or you might want to use your pliers. Or sometimes the twisting pliers might be a good idea for doing this.
Okay.
If your hands aren't feeling that strong, but I'm going to have a go doing it with my hands. So I'm just going to hold them together and twist the two lots of twisted wires together.
Okay.
And keep going. And then they don't have to be like really tightly twisted, because they are definitely going to hold.
When you get near the end, take your time. Just to
Yeah.
let people know, lovely ladies and gents, 9 in baskets. Once you lot check out, I've got 4 of that left. You know it's a great price slash. You know it's stuff that you want and need, especially at this time of year, especially with that 30 metres worth of our newest wire. So please do check out. And if you thought, oh, it's going to sell out in minutes anyway, I won't even bother ringing in. Even once everyone checks out, I've still got 4 left. So do treat yourself to it today. 0800 644 645. It's the weekend. If you can't treat yourself today at a Masquerade ball, when can you?
You've got to, and it's Christmas coming up. This is going to make your wardrobe go so far.
Yeah.
You know, I bought the lace 2 weeks before the show from one of, I think it was one that Sheila was doing, and I bought it to upcycle. And I bought 2 lots so that I definitely had pairs of everything.
I see.
So that I can do my shoes, or I can do,
Good
my
plan.
gloves, or
Good plan.
anything I've got 2 of. Shoulders,
Yes.
for example.
Yes. Ears.
Ears, yes.
Etc.
Etc. Okay, so I'm just going to respread these out because they've got a little bit tangled. Now some of these I'm going to use to attach into the frame, and then some I'm going to use and leave out as little curls and embellishments. Now if you find you've got too many once you've attached it on and you don't know what to do with them, just cut them off. You don't need to use them, I just have in mine. So you take it next to the frame. I'm going to work on this one now because this is going to be one that we demonstrate all the way through. I'm going to take it to the side of the frame, and then I'm going to take one of my ends, and I'm attaching it right at the corner of the eye there, and I'm going to wrap it in, and I'm going to wrap along. In fact, this is something I discovered that's worth mentioning. If I wrap around that way, it's going to sit in those twists in the rope. If I wrap the other way, it's going to cross them. So if I can, I'm going to remember, where possible, to wrap into these sort of natural crevices already made by that rope pattern, and then those wires sort of hide and sit nicely. So pulling them down, and these little bits here, you can either pop a little curl on or you can tuck them in.
Okay.
So there's one part wrapped on, and I'm going to keep doing that with a few of them to make sure it's really secure.
Super, super strong.
Yeah. So I'll wrap that one down.
Just to let you know, I'm getting into low stock on the kits, which had over £23 saving today with all of that gorgeous, gorgeous lace. Don't forget, you got 15 pieces of the lace. If they are £9.95 each, you're paying just under £30 for the lace, which means that for all of those gemstones, including those luxury pearls, you're only paying around £5. So it's bargainacious. Treat yourself to it, because I've only got a few left. And do check out baskets, please, because my director and producer love going on about it. Just went, sorry, it's all right, check out for me.
Okay, so that is actually very firmly wrapped on, and that was just using 2 of the wires. And these little tails here that are sticking out, we can either trim them off, like I was saying earlier, or we can just pop a little loop on just for a bit of extra embellishment. And then the more of these little coils you've got, the more options you've got later to add in some tassels and beads if you want to. And I don't think you can go over the top. I think you can add in as many as you like. So you just leave them there. Well, I'm also leaving these on so that I can make some little tendrils, and if I show you on this one, you'll see they have become these.
I see. Yeah, beautiful.
So they've
For
become
your droppers.
That's it.
I've got the feathers coming up for you in a little bit as well. So many treats today. Oh, by the way, I've got to tell you about a brand new tool I've got on tomorrow.
New tool.
Brand new tool tomorrow, yeah. I'll tell you about it in a bit.
I'll have to watch them.
It's exciting.
Okay, so now we're going to make the eyelashes, and we're going to make these out of our hair combs.
So clever.
So what we need to do is, first of all, we need to push all of them upwards so that the band is flat.
Yeah.
And our eyelashes are sticking up.
So it's a right angle, isn't it? 90 degrees.
Yeah, and we are going to move them slightly, but for starters, if we just do this. Now, actually, we go back a minute. What will help is, this helps with the shaping. If you do them one at a time, and if you're lucky enough to have managed to get the wire forming or bangle bending pliers, then these are perfect because they give you that perfect curve. But if not, I'll show you how to do it with my fingers. If you're using these, do them one at a time. So bend one up and then press against it and you get a curve.
Easy peasy.
Okay, perfect. And keep doing that every one at a time, otherwise the rest of them get in the way and you can't get to them.
Yeah.
If you haven't got them, just bend them all up and then use your finger just to push against. It's not difficult, it's just, you know, there's room for inconsistency when you do it by hand, but you might be fine with that. And it doesn't actually show all that much.
No.
Okay, so as I'm bending them out, what I'm doing is I'm also making sure that that the teeth are turned so that the facing is the loop, not the straight line.
I see.
So if I just bent the next one straight up, I'll show you what I mean. That is just a straight line, can you see?
Yes, I see.
Whereas if I turn it, you've got the whole
lash effect
of it facing. Okay, so let's get them all bent at the same time. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Right, let's finish bending them all up and then we'll sort out the shape later.
Okay.
Okay. Right, and then what we want to do is we don't want them all just sticking up like this, so we're going to angle them all off. So exaggerate the end ones so that they stick outwards like that, and then as you go the angle will change very slightly each time so that they become sort of almost like they're falling over.
I see, and that gives it a really lash look, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you probably have to keep coming back and adjusting how far over they go until you've got them all sitting just so. Okay. So, and then when it comes to this side, you obviously want them a bit straighter. So they sort of look like they're falling over.
Okay.
All right. Then you've got the curve of the comb, anyway, and I just wanted to exaggerate that slightly, so just not too much pressure because this is
kind of bouncing it,
this is steel, yeah. So we don't want to. If we do it too quickly, we'll snap it. So just almost bounce it, just push in quite gently but firmly until you get it a slight more of a bend. It's very subtle, but it does make a difference.
Okay.
So, and now we take it to our frame and we lay it into position, and you just work out where you want it. Where I've put the corner lashes, the end of the comb right in the corner of the eye of the comb, and there it sits there nicely.
Okay.
And then use some 0.4 wire, find a piece. Use some 0.4 wire. Now, I would use a really long length because then I can use the rest of that to then add in my pearls and gemstones after. But first, just secure it at one corner by wrapping it around a few times. And this is, again, where having the twisted wire as the frame is really useful because you can fit that wire really snugly into the little grooves. Okay, so lay this onto the framework, and then you've got the teeth there, which the ultimate spacers, so it's all done for you, so you just go around the frame and in between each tooth as you go along. So go through the next tooth, pick it up.
And that's how you're binding this on.
The next tooth, yeah. So that it all sits in nice and snugly and evenly.
So whilst you're binding the lash on,
please do.
whilst you are doing that, I'm going to give you the opportunity to get your hands on a collection which we could recreate a similar look to this, but serious party season. Yes. I'm talking girly pinks and your mixture of colour tones with your mixed wire as well. I'll just throw that one over there. Have a look at what we've got here. All I'll say is if you want wire in certain colours, especially these ones, get them whilst you can. The price point's going to be under £15. Just treat yourself. You have got 10 metres worth of your 0.4 in the black and silver. You've then got 10 metres worth of the silver twisted wire 0.4. Don't forget, these are two 0.4 twisted together. And that means that it's like a 0.8 really, isn't it?
Yeah, you can use it for framework.
You can use it for framework.
Yeah, yeah.
I've then got for you the 0.8 in the pink, and I've got the 0.8 in the 10mm as well. But this is the fuchsia colour tone. If you want to get your hands on an absolute complete bargain, you may as well get involved, because it should have been, and I told you that it would be under £15. I didn't mean just by 5p, I meant way under £5, £15. It's £9.95 for you today for all of that wire. Should have been £17.80, £9.95 for you today. We're going to be doing deals like this. We're going to be doing bargains like this. We're going to be doing little extra zhuzhes like this whenever we can on today's show. So do you know what, guys? Get involved whilst you can, because these pieces are so beautiful. Loads of you coming in for this. Don't worry, I have got plenty. Don't forget for me though, this offer is only available until 9 o'clock, so do please get it whilst you can and check out your baskets. ZPGC03 is the code. It's twist and twirl, £9.95 for you today. And back with you, lovely Jen.
Back, that was good timing. That was. I've finished stitching the hair comb on now, so I've got our eyelashes in place. And to be honest, you could leave it there even, and if I was to pop the lace in, behind, like this. Now that's sort of almost complete as it is. You know, that would be enough.
That could, yeah. So, you could just do that, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if I've used the wrong piece of lace. No, I haven't. Just checking. Hang on, have I done the wrong piece of lace?
No, we wouldn't tell anyone anyway.
Right, so now I would attach my lace before I do anything else. Stitching the lace in after you've added your gemstones is more tricky. Okay. Even though when we add our gemstones we are going to have to thread through the lace, it's easier to do that than add it on after, because it can get bulky. Okay. And also our gemstones are going to hide any wire wrapping that we might have had to go a bit extra on or put some more strength in.
I see. Okay.
So this bit is best to do now. Right, so I'm just tugging it into shape a little bit because you have got a bit of leeway. And then I'm going to I've chosen this piece because it sort of comes down, it sort of echoes that shape above the brow and into the nose. Okay, so if I tuck the point there down like that, see it sits there nicely. Now I can either bring these pieces up and over the frame like that way, or I can do it the opposite way, and it's up to you. I'm going to take it that way this time. I think I did it underneath the last time. Okay. But I will attach that there. Now, with mine, I think I've done these stitches that would be on the front with monofilament. All right. So that I didn't see them.
So you can't see it.
But these that are coming up around the frame, I've just used wire to stitch it in. So use your 0.4 wire. We don't need to stitch in too much because there's a lot of gemstones going to be attached to this frame, which means that there's going to be lots of stitches going in as we go along. So all we need to do is just secure it in place really at this stage, and you can always come back and add extra bits. But down here I'd attach in the most sort of discreet places you can, just attach. Now if you were using monofilament and a needle, this is even easier, and because no matter where you stitch, you're not going to see it. Okay. But just a few tacks, just to hold it where you want it. So let's thread through here. So touching the nose in first. Take 2 stitches there, that's held that there. and then it's positioning this around the frame. Now, obviously, these are these pieces of lace weren't made for this purpose, so there is a bit of, you know, artistic license and manipulation needed in a few areas, and I'll show you that now. So I'm gonna tack that piece in place as we go along, because I don't want to get the monofilament out at this point. So just a stitch in there.
Yeah.
Hold that in place. And then we come along, and I'm just going to pop a tack in here to hold this bit in place. And again, you can see we need to fold that slightly under the frame to make sure it stays sort of, it hugs the shape then. I'm going to go under. Pop a stitch. Come around the frame, that'll pull that up through the eyelashes. Another important thing to remember in this sort of project is you really have to be, when you're cutting your wires, you really have to make sure you are cutting them on the front of your work, because this is going to go on your face, probably the most sensitive skin, you know, place to wear jewellery really. You don't want to be scratching your face. Okay, so you've got to be careful where you hide your wires and where you tuck them in. Okay, for this particular piece of lace, it's a little bit more standy-uppy then, should I say?
Yeah,
so
good.
It's not as elongated as the other piece that I've used, so this isn't going to sit down here as well unless I make a little snip. So actually, let's do that. Let's snip. This is where you decide. Now I could decide to leave that up in the air like that, and because it's stiffened, it will stay there.
Okay.
Or I can just snip where it's attached here, and that will allow me to bend that down.
I see, to arch it even more.
To arch it. So I'm going to do that, I think.
Okay.
On this one.
Ladies and gents, if you want to get your hands on the twist and twirl at £9.95, I've got loads of them in baskets, but I do not have that many left. Do treat yourself. Quick reminder, if you've just tuned in, exactly what it was. Should have been almost £18, but today it's £9.95 if you get it before 9. You've got 10 metres worth of the 0.4 in the black and silver twist, 10 metres of the 0.4 in the silver twist. You've got 10 metres worth of your 0.8 in the pink, and the same again, but in your fuchsia. And all of that today was just £9.95. So please check out those baskets. If you're in Middlesex, Wiltshire, Manchester, Lincolnshire, Gloucestershire, West Yorkshire, Meath, Northamptonshire as well, and Scotland too, you've all got it in your baskets. So please do check out if you want to confirm that these are yours. £9.95. Treat yourself.
Okay, so you can see I've stitched this one side on. I'm going to leave the other side so we can get on with the next bit.
Okay.
So stitch that side on. I've got a nice long tail of my 0.4 wire left as well, so I'm going to leave that out to the side so I can use it in a minute. And I'm going to start adding some gemstones now along this sort of lash line to hide, because you can see it's built up quite a lot of wire work there, and although it's quite neat and orderly, I don't really want to show it. I want it to be covered up, so I'm going to pop some gems on.
Because it's like gemstone eyeliner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. I think I just love making these lavish pieces. I think it's because it's very fancy and that you're not going to wear this every day, so you can really go to town.
So special.
Yeah,
it's a special piece.
It is. Let me have a look what I added first. Okay, so I've added first the shell pearls above the lash, on the outer lash line.
Yeah.
I'll tangle it up over here. I've threaded some on. So what you do is take a piece of 0.4 wire, thread all your gemstones on. Now I've used gold ones on the end, but on the piece there I've got the black, the sort of charcoal grey gems.
Metal, yeah.
And you just add as many on as you need to follow the eye line round. Okay, so I'm going to take a few off. Now you can see I've tapered the gemstones, so I've used the finer ones, finer pyrite in the corners, because you don't want the bulky stones sort of getting in the way of your eye.
Yeah.
So thread them on, but leave enough. So I'm going to take a few off here. Leave enough space that you can sort of thread in between each gemstone, because when you keep adding the when you keep wrapping them on, you're going to form a little gap each time with the wire. Okay, so about there, and again I'm going to take another one off. And this will depend, how many you put on will depend on the size that you make the eyes of your mask.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to anchor the wire in sort of right in the corner of the eye. So just by poking it through in a convenient place and securing it on just by wrapping it around that frame in a couple of times. Okay, leaving that there. You can see I'm deliberately leaving quite long tails as well because I don't want to lose them.
No, just in case you need them at some point.
Yeah, just in case I need them, but also if they're really short I might not find them and then I might put it on and scratch.
Oh, good idea.
So if I leave them long I know where they are. They're obvious.
Really good tip.
Okay, so I'm lining that up now along the lash line and then use the tail to then attach the opposite end, so in the corner. So a couple of times around the corner area, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and in between each gemstone, crossing over.
Okay.
So as I'm going to wrap around and catch the gemstone. Now the lashes, you might need to move them out of the way occasionally to get in, so up between each gemstone, which is why I left that gap, so there's a bit of space in between the gems.
I see, so you've got a bit of movement there.
Yeah. So up and around, and then when you get to where it's the lace, this is where you add those additional stitches. So here I'm going to have to actually thread through the lace.
Okay.
So I'm going to go in between these beads, through the eyelashes, and thread through the lace as well. So you might need to give it a bit of a wiggle, but it will go. There you go. Let's see where you're going. I'm getting caught now.
Around the handle.
Around the handle. There we go. Okay, and this is probably the fiddliest bit, is this bit, adding these gems in, but just, you know, when you're sat taking your time at home, it doesn't seem like a chore.
No, I know what you mean.
It's,
of course.
It's one of those.
It's an exciting design process, isn't it?
It
this
does,
piece, and you can tell it is.
And doesn't it grow quickly? I mean, you know, we've done one side pretty much, entire side, start to finish.
And I
almost.
love that. I know we've said, you know, it's not the type of piece that you'd wear every day, and some people might look at it and think, oh, I do love that, but I'd actually never wear that.
Yeah.
I love this as a kind of dressing room table type thing.
Yes.
Like I have a dressing room mirror, like a 3-sided fold-out one, and on there I have masks and pieces, and I love the idea of this. It's super glam, it's feminine, it's beautiful. It's going to work with so much. So you could just have it as a, you know, a room adornment actually.
That's
couldn't
it,
you?
just decor, yeah, just, you know, to bring it in with a theme. Right, I'm going to leave that there because the next bit is pretty much the same. So you'd carry on like that, keep stitching them round, like so. So it keeps all the way, it's stitched all the way around that eye. And I was going to leave it there, but what I didn't like about that is that I still got this underside of the lash line, you know, that is not covered. So then I decided I was going to add a layer of my smaller gemstones. So when I came back round, so if you imagine I've gone all the way along with my 0.4mm gauge, if you can imagine, if you just imagine, I've gone all the way down into the nose there. On my way back with my wire, as I lay it in, you'll see it across forming. So as I lay, because I've come diagonally this way all the way along, on the way back I go this way.
I see, it's giving you that detail.
So instead of just going straight through, what I've done is added 2 or 3, depending on the size of the gap I need to cover, 2 or 3 of the dark pyrite, added them onto each wire, and then come through in exactly the same way as I did on the way down, but what it does is just covers that little gap and gives me a bit of extra twinkle and detail under the lash, and covers a bit of that messy wire or even the lace that maybe had to overlap. Okay, so you can see them lying in there in that lash line. So I do one more. So add 2 gemstones, 2 of the tiny grey pyrite, steel grey.
Whilst you're looping those on, I just want to give people the opportunity to create this look, but as a maybe slightly more pearl adorned. This strand I'm about to bring you would be a great addition to this kit, and also if you wanted maybe more of a delicate appearance, then you absolutely could with what I'm about to bring you, because it's a strand of pearls that just works exceptionally well with this variety. Doesn't this strand of pearls just work exceptionally? It's the same colouring actually that you had on those large luxury pearls within the kit, but these are smaller in size and therefore more delicate. They're going to add slightly more of a gentle accent to the pieces as well. So it is the same colouring, as you can see, and just look at how well it goes with, for example, the lace as a whole. Look at how well the colour palette mixes in. It's high-end, it's luxurious. Maybe you do want to add, you know, delicate pieces, but you need the smaller pearls to do so. Well, you've got the opportunity to do that. I'm offering you this strand right now at a stunning little price point. You are going to be paying just £6.95. What do you think of that?
That's amazing, considering that we haven't got pearls coming in abundance. The prices seem to be going down.
Yes. Well, they're not. They're going up. Well, but because we bought these before that price hike kicked in, we're able to bring you them at $6.95. Prices of pearls have gone up dramatically, and they went up a few months ago dramatically, but it takes us months and months and months from putting our order in to actually get our hands on them. It can take anywhere between 6 months onwards actually for pieces like this. So we got these in before the price hike, which is why they're such a low price. 6x5 cherry cultured pearls, just £6.95. LXMC61. Loads of you loving this. I've only got multi-buyers so far. Double buyer, double buyer, double buyer, triple buyer, double buyer, double buyer. You have just got multi-buyers on this so far. You all know, you've all seen the price of pearls going up. Even on our channel, we've told you that. We got these in before the price hike, so they're a bargain. £6.95 per pearls that go exquisitely with this. You can't really say fairer than that, can you? Get them whilst you can. Congratulations, everybody.
Okay. Right.
I'm back with you, Jen.
Okie dokie.
I don't know why I had to say it like that, but I did.
Right, so what I've done is I've attached the top line for the lashes, and then underneath just keep threading on those tiny little pyrites just to cover all the wrapping and maybe the lace that's overlapped. And if you imagine, I've gone all the way around there to really frame the eye. Now it's for the bottom part of the eye frame. So this time I've, those little pearls would be ideal here actually, because I needed to taper these pearls, the cherry pearls in the kit are quite large.
Yeah.
And so they can only be used as a feature sort of on the widest part of the eye.
I know what you mean.
And then to taper them in, it would have been lovely to be able to taper with a smaller version.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But instead I've tapered here. I was able to in this bundle with the faceted gold pearl.
That's good.
And
we've actually had a message in about these pearls. Well, we've had 2 messages in apparently. Please! Someone saying that they'd be nice in the boudoir, but not in a rude way. Just nice.
Just nice.
Love. You've got loads of you coming in for this. If you want it, be quick. £6.95. Okay. So we're attaching with the 0.4 again.
Yes. So I'm going to attach just into the, one of the corners that you can get into, just to anchor it in place. Again, leaving that tail nice and long so that you don't lose it. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that one there.
The pearls are a sellout, they're about to go off your screen.
And then again, keep adjusting how many gems you've got on here so that you know it fits within that socket of the eye. Can you see there?
Yeah, I see.
So that taper sort of, you know, mirroring where the widest and narrowest part of the eye is.
I see.
Okay. And then, just like before, we need to leave enough space so that we can get in between each of the gemstones with our wire.
Okay.
So give yourself a little bit of slack before you. So I'm leaving myself almost about a centimetre.
About a centimetre, yeah.
And that at that point, I'll anchor that into the corner of the eye, just like I did before. So a couple of wraps around should be enough. And then, just as before, we're going to come up and around each of the gemstones in turn to lock them into position.
Okay.
So in between with your 0.4 wire, and here we're going to be wrapping around the handle as well as the frame because it's already attached.
I see.
So
It's giving it strength again, isn't
that's it, a bit of extra security, and also sort of making it an integral to the mask rather than sort of something that's just stuck on.
it? I see.
So it works on a couple of levels.
That's good, actually.
Right. Chuck them in. The first few take a few minutes just to make sure they're all lining up properly. After that, this bit's really quick. Okay, so in between each pearl. And a bit of a tip while you're doing this, hold it flat in between your fingers like this so that you don't end up wrapping them on the outside of the frame or slightly inside.
Got you.
We want them to sit flat. Okay.
So just hold them in
Just
place.
hold them, yeah, hold them between your fingers so that it's all sitting flat. So just around, not too much tension because we don't want to drag them in. We're just sort of almost laying that wire down so that you can actually see it. We'll make a feature of that in just a moment. So all the way around each gem, go in one way, and we've formed, as we did in between the eyelashes, we formed a diagonal.
Yeah.
Of the wire.
Of the wire.
Now when we come back the other way, we're going to form a diagonal the other way, which will give us these lovely little
kiss shape.
Yeah, and little, well, almost V's. They should look like V's in between the gemstones, so that the gems almost look like they're bezel set.
I can see exactly what you mean when I look at the finished
And
product.
the more times you do this, you can actually create quite a heavy bezel set look. Obviously, we don't want too much wire because we don't want this too heavy. So as I come back along, you can see these little V's forming in between each gemstone. Okay, so that's the bottom bit, almost completed.
And looping all the way up, adding strand security.
Yeah.
Loads and loads and loads of you have got your hands on this kit already. Don't forget it had over £23 off. Buy the 3 packs of lace, and for around £5 more, you get all of those gemstones, and that massive luxury pearl. Do treat yourself to it whilst you can. It's an amazing price point drop, amazing. But we're in our last chance saloon on it now, so do get it whilst you can.
Okay, so that's the bottom of the eye done. That's how you do that one. Might be worth at this point sort of tweaking the handle so it's in the right place.
Okay.
And everything's looking right. Now, sort of shaping the eyes, because obviously your face isn't flat across, and we've made it quite flat.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's worth sort of pushing it up, and sort of pushing down so that it comes around the nose, pushing it up for the cheekbones, and you'll get that nice shape of your face.
Fab.
Okay. Now we want to add in your feathers. So select the feathers that you want. And
The feathers are coming later.
You've got all these tails, so
the 0.4 tails.
so all these tails are useful now. You can thread your feather through the lovely loops that you've got in the ends. They're sort of ready-made, and just pop them in the corners wherever you want them to sit up. And once you've got it where you want it, just take the 0.4 wire and wrap it round and round to secure it in the place. So that's that there. If I turn it over, you see we want to just trap it.
Oh, I see.
Trap it in. So you've got that metal section on the end, and that's, that will help you trap it where you want it.
in place.
So just keep adjusting until you've got it in the right place. So there's your feathers. And then really, from there, it's up to you just to do some little bits of decoration. So if I just show you sort of curling one of these ends and attaching a gemstone at the same time, because that's a nice little technique you might want to adopt.
Yeah.
So if I take one of these ends and thread on, I think my shell pearl, just about, some of them are just big enough to pop onto the 1mm wire.
Okay.
Yeah, that one will go. So first thing to do, if you want to do this technique, just take the wire and just bend it at a right angle.
Okay.
So you've got a little hook like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then pop your shell pearl onto there. Push it on. Okay. And then hold on to the pearl and just turn it around and around.
That's good.
And around. Keep going and you just keep turning it. The pearl gives you something to hold on to. Keep turning it
Until it is where you want
until
it.
it's where you want it. And
That's easy.
That's a lovely little embellishment you can pop on. And then all these, you'll find you've got quite messy corners, you know, where you've been doing so many wraps.
Yeah.
These tails will help cover that up if you need to cover anything up.
It's fab, isn't it?
Okay, so that's it really. The rest is up to you. Put some little loops on, dangle some gemstones on chain, and that's simple eye loops and
I love
wrapping.
it. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you so much for showing us that, Gem.
You're
It is
welcome.
absolutely fantastic. Add your adornments, add your zhuzhes. We've got more of these goodies coming up for you in a little bit. Gem, thank you so much. Gem, to say thank you, I'm going to let you take part in my game.
Oh, good.
You're excited about this?
Absolutely, love games.
You ready? I want you to take part in this as well at home, please. So, in the break, you're going to need to get yourself a piece of paper, a pen, and something round. So it could be the top of a cup or a mug or whatever. Okay, so what you've got to do, Gem, is with a piece of paper, fold it in half, like so. So you've got the longest part, you'll fold that in half.
Okay.
Yeah? Then fold it in half again, so it's like a little book. Okay? Everyone can do this at home. Fold it in half long ways, fold it in half again. And then at this point, imagine there's a diagonal line from one corner to the long corner and fold it to that point. So corner to corner, fold it at that point. Now unfold, unfold. And what you've got to do, this will all become clear, ladies and gents, do not worry. And then what you've got to do is get your round object, once you've unfolded it, and pop your round object in the middle of that spiral, so they'll all come into the middle. And then just draw around that for me. Draw around for it. This will all become clear, I promise. And now once you've drawn around it, to make life even easier, what you can do is where the creases are, just draw a little lines where those creases are. Now, all will be revealed after the break. Get involved, because after the break, not only do you understand what's going on, but also I have my luxury selection of gems. Stay tuned.
Jewellery Makers, if you're a Freeview viewer, you can now continue to watch the show live by switching over to channel 64. Our brand new 24-hour channel is available to the majority of homes in the UK, so grab your remote now to make sure you don't miss a thing.
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair comb, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
If you love classic jewellery, then why not come and join guest designer Gemma Crow on our vintage workshop. Gemma will guide you through various beading and wirework techniques which will inspire you to create timeless designs from a bygone era. The full course includes a selection of wire, a selection of findings and charms, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools and equipment, a buffet lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just $69.95. Have a blast from the past and take home some amazing designs. For further information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Thank you to all of our customers who voted for Jewellery Maker to be nominated at the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards. We've been nominated for 8 awards. Please continue to vote for us to win by going to the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards website and registering your vote. Voting closes on the 27th of November.
Welcome back everybody to our Masquerade ball here at Designer Inspirations. If you've just tuned in, thank you for joining me today. We greatly appreciate it, we really do. My name's Rebecca Redican. Do feel free to call me Becky though. And today I am joined by the legendary Gemma Crow.
Hi.
Hi love.
All right. Am I hiding behind the...
I know, you're hiding yourself, aren't you?
Can't see you.
What are we expecting for the second Designer Inspiration coming up real soon?
Lace that's been embellished. So instead of using lace to embellish, we're actually going to embellish the lace on the next one. We're going to go through a mask project again,
okay.
But, with adding bits to it.
I cannot wait. Now, I said all will be revealed about what we're going to be looking at in a little bit, and it is to be revealed now. So, we all do the activity? You get your piece of paper, you fold it in half, half again, half again. And then you draw around your circular object, put your little lines on, so you should have something that looks a little bit like this. I won't lie, mine's off centre. Slightly off centre, but it'll all do the same. Now, what we need to do is we're going to be thinking about how we can create the most symmetrical effect that we can on here, but we don't have long to do it. So what I want you to do is, in between your little marks, you're going to be doing a perfect U shape. So I'll do one for you now to give you an idea. You want to be creating from point to point this kind of shape just here. But you want it to be as even as you can, and you want all of them to look as even as you can. The trick is, you've only got 10 seconds to do it, okay? So, on your marks, get set, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man, I didn't fail. Oh, my pen stopped working. I'm not cheating, my pen stopped working at one point.
Yeah,
it did. Right, Gemma, how's yours looking? I pop it on camera 5. Oh, it's all right, I can see it. Some of them are all right, some of them are a bit bowed. Mine, it's safe to say, is horrendous. Really, pretty awful. I look like I had my eyes closed when doing this. But the reason I wanted you to do that is because the gemstone strand I'm about to show you, a very, very highly skilled person has to do that exact motion, but without a pen and a paper, which is easy peasy, but apparently not. They have to do it with genuine gemstones, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you create the concave cut. Take a little look at this beautiful piece. It is stunning, and it can be yours. Take a look. Every single one of these facets isn't flat like most facets on most gemstones. Each one is concave, exactly like what you've just done on your piece of paper. Every single one of these is a little U shape. Every single one has to be perfect. Every single one has to have the same depth, the same bow. It has to be the same length, because if it isn't, the gemstone itself is absolutely ruined. The workmanship that goes into creating this cut is spectacular. And you might be thinking, well, why? Why do they put the work and effort into this? Well, we can tell you why, can't we, Director Ryan? Oh, Ryan, I was casually winking at you and everything. Why? Get the slide ready. The reason why we do this, it's the one I emailed you today. The one that says Concave, why? I think that's the title. I really thought about it a lot. So you have got here your beautiful amethyst, 50 carats worth of this here. And the workmanship that does go into this is absolutely outstanding and exceptional. And what we have to do with these is we're creating that look for them that is so, so beautiful. And the reason we do it is there's a number of reasons. It makes it look like there's a higher refractive index. It makes it look like there is a beautiful, beautiful, numerous amounts of facets, even more than there actually is. Also, it gets rid of any heat spots, any dark spots as well. It makes the colour of these look absolutely perfect to the eye. It really does. And also, one thing that I love, the brilliance is dancing. As you move it, just look at how spectacular that is. Now these are your concave faceted drops. If I talk you through it, you've got the table, which I can try and make it catch the light. That's your table there. That's the table section, and you can even see the table section has been set to mimic the shape of the gem in that drop style. We then head down to the girdle. Don't forget for me that every single one of these facets is concave. They're not flat like on many gems, they are concave. So much work and effort. Even through to the pavilion, which is this section running down here, those two are concave, not flat, concave, every single one, right down to the culée tip at the end. That means it's giving you this light, this bounce, this interaction. What happens, because they are all concave, is the light enters and it's not easy for the light to escape. It bounces around. Now, I'm absolutely blown away by the price of this strand. When I first brought to you concave cut, and when I first sort of fell in love with the cut itself, I know that I was bringing you 3 concave cut gems on a strand. We then got to 5 on a strand. Now though, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 on this strand. You'll be getting around 11. Do you remember when we just used to do the 3 like that, didn't we? Can you remember the price on that? I can. The price on 3 is actually the price of what you're going to pay for 11 today. Your price point is just £34.95. That works out just a few pounds per gem for the workmanship, the quality. Don't forget for me as well, please, that the amount of effort that goes into creating these, this is someone's entire day's worth of work, this one strand. Because we say on average for a plain round it will take around 8 minutes to create from start to finish in the lapidary. Around 8 minutes from start to finish per one. Concave cut we say takes around 45 minutes per one. So this strand truly is someone's full day of work. £34.95, congratulations, it's absolutely spectacular. If you want to get your hands on this beautiful gemstone, this beautiful cut but in a different colour palette and different gem, you can do so now. Have a little look at these. The quality is spectacular, isn't it? Green amethyst this time. Isn't that colour powerful? Sometimes with green amethyst, you can't really tell sometimes that it's green, can you? It's so subtle. But with these, because of the cut, it really is powering that beautiful green hue through to these. Look at how beguiling these are. They are absolutely dazzling, aren't they? Every single one of these could be a centerpiece. Every single one could be your eye-catching piece. That, for me, the smallest one for me, as a faux prong set ring, would be my idea of pure luxury. Lovely ladies and gentlemen, this is your green amethyst. It's your concave cut in the top drill drops. You have got the workmanship, the craftsmanship, the love and care going into these. There's something special to do with the price as well for you today. It's just £29.95. That's not really RRP. That's not what we were expecting, was it? We, of course, were expecting what we've just seen, the £34.95 for those beautiful, beautiful amethysts in the purple tone. But we've got the green tone here for you today. The price has been lowered and it's £29.95. You've still got the same length strand. It's the same look. What do you think of these, Gem Crow?
They're just stunning. The concave cut is probably one of my favourites. It's really lovely, but that is such a lovely green.
Isn't it?
It's not as subtle as usual, but it's still subtle enough. Just, I don't know, just that hint of colour's lovely.
It really is, isn't it? And look how the light bounces through these. It just gets captivated. It's so gorgeous. It truly, truly is. Loads of you coming in for this. Congratulations, everyone. UVZC62 is your code. Anybody fancy getting their hand on one of the big four right now? Now, before I let you see this, I just need to let you know it's natural. Natural emerald. When we see natural emerald, natural of the big four, we know that there's an average of 50% price hike in price. So you already have to know that this is luxurious. This is your collector's choice, and guess what? It's your Zambian emerald. Zambian emerald is one of the most executive and exclusive of all emeralds in the world. Why? Well, because we have to sift through, wait for it, 12,000 grams worth, 12,000 grams worth of rough to find 1 gram's worth of this emerald. That means to get this emerald, to get a gram's worth of this emerald, you have got a 1 in 1,200 chance. 1 in 12,000 chance. This is a #1 location for this gorgeous, gorgeous emerald. The reason it's not treated is because Zambian emerald is known for being what is essentially perfect. No treatment on this whatsoever. It's stunning, it's executive, and you can own it today. And I say that you can because genuinely for this most exquisite example, it is, look, you've got clarity, you've got beautiful depth, you've got saturation throughout, which is nice and level. You have got the beautiful, beautiful richness of this emerald. Now, ladies and gents, let me ask you something. How often do you see Zambian emerald? I can tell you that I think I've seen it, I've definitely seen it twice before, maybe a third time before, but I can't think of a time before that and think, you know, we see lots of gems day in, day out. I've got it here for you today. Now also think for me, how often do you see beautiful quality of your emerald with this much transparency, this much clarity? That's rare as well, isn't it? Do you want me to get my torch out just to really show you? Because again, the lights on here hit the front of the gem and come back to you. In the real world though, of course, you have light all around you. It's just in here, it's only straight on. So I'll give you an idea of the clarity. Take a little look. Look at that. That is quality right there for you. That is what we're looking for in emerald. That is what we rarely get in emerald. Very, very rarely. Ladies and gents, this is Zambian emerald. How funny is this? It's natural, so it's 50% higher in price. It's Zambian, which we hardly ever have on. You have around a 1 in 12,000 chance of finding this, because that's how much rough we have to sift through for a piece of this. Sometimes, because it's a big open mine where we get this one, it's a huge open mine, so it's not actually in the crust of the earth, it's on top of the earth. So you have to go through all of that rough to be able to find any of this. And some days you won't find any at all. This huge area, you won't find any of this. The funny thing is, even though this is the rarest of emeralds, the most exclusive of emeralds, and what happens when something's super duper rare, it all of a sudden sort of automatically becomes the most popular, doesn't it? Because it's a bit of a niche, a bit special to have it. All of that is rare, but what I'm about to show you, price-wise, is a massive, massive rarity, not to be repeated. Your price today is not £47.95. It always has been. It's always been that price. You've always bought it at that price. We're about to take it lower for no reason other than we've got a few of them left. £34.95 for this quality, for this location, for that clarity, for the fact that it's natural, for the fact that this is the archetypal go-to position for your most sought after of gemstones. This is one of the big four from one of the #1 locations in the world for any gemstone. This is your chance to be a very, very lucky and special person to own this quality, this location. This really is all about the location, guys. Zambian emerald. Oh my goodness. I think there is certain places, certain locations, certain gemstones in the world that we don't really know what the best location is. You know, you'll have some in your mind that you know, but others you don't. I think even if you're not into gems, even if you're not a gem collector or a connoisseur, it's something that when you were younger, I think you will have recognised the name Zambian emerald. It's like synonymous with quality, isn't it? It truly is. What do you think of that price for these, Gem?
I just think it's exceptional. I mean, the prices that we go to and where we're coming down to now it's just ridiculous, isn't it? I remember the first strand of emerald I bought was like $27.99 or something, but it was the really heavily included, very short strand.
Yeah.
So to have that quality at that price is remarkable.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It truly, truly is. One of the big four, completely natural at that price point. Congratulations, lovely people who are getting this. Tell you what, you won't be disappointed. If you've never seen Zambian emerald before, genuinely, buy it today at that price. 30-day money back guarantee. But just get it to see what it looks like, because you won't be disappointed. $34.95 for you today. Congratulations. Now, let's move on, because I have another spectacular piece for your Masquerade ball, and actually another one of the big four, another natural gemstone. Now, this gem that I'm about to show you is rarely natural. We say on the market today at least 80% of this gem is treated. I've got a natural strand here for you today, and it is spectacular. This is regal in the extreme. Hang on. Wait a second. Sorry, babe. Picked up the wrong one. This is exceptional. These are your beautiful pairs of the blue sapphire that we have here for you today. This is a natural gem that we have in front of you. It's only actually been seen once before. Gem, let's play 3 words, please. Sapphire, Gemma, 3 words, go.
Beautiful, bold, and luxurious.
Why luxurious? Why does that come to your mind?
Because it's synonymous with royalty, especially modern royalty.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's the colour. It's like blue eyes.
I know exactly what you mean.
I do love sapphire.
The colour in sapphire is given by the trace elements of titanium in the creation of this by Mother Nature. And it is regal and it is royal, it truly, truly is. When we think about the gemstone itself, it's present in pretty much all beautiful kind of regal pieces in the world, you know, crown jewels, etc., the world over. The gem itself, of course, here became really, really popular in the 80s. It always had been, but it had a massive influx in the 80s, of course, when Charles gave Diana a beautiful piece of the blue sapphire. That was then, of course, given to Kate in 2010, wasn't it? When they got married. And again, it had a massive influx in popularity. We're looking around a 200% increase in the popularity, it was said. But even back, not with that most recent times, I suppose, Mrs. Simpson, who was, of course, married to, eventually, King Edward. And King Edward VIII, it's interesting, King Edward VIII was the only monarch ever to abdicate from the throne in this country. Only monarch ever to do that, and the reason he did, because he felt head over heels in love with an American who had been previously married, and the fact of the matter is he wasn't able to marry her because as the king you weren't allowed to marry anyone who had been divorced. So he abdicated the throne purely for love, purely to be with her, and one of the first gifts he ever gave her once he had turned down his kingdom was a beautiful blue sapphire bracelet, which she adored and loved so much that she had even the most prized of her Van Cleef dresses cut up for, so you could show off her wrist to show this beautiful piece. One of the reasons it's known as Gemstone of Love. You're going to love the price, natural, no treatment, and it's just £39.95 for genuine, regal, big, bold, faceted, workmanship sapphire. That is spectacular for you today. That really is spectacular. £39.95 is your price point for that today. Congratulations. Now, lovely lady, I've got something special for you now, ladies and gents. What I'm about to show you now, just before we get all the info up, I just want to let you know that I have limited stock of this. I gave you a very brief flash of this before, that amazing, locational, stunning gemstone. What I will say to you, and I'll be completely frank about this, I've only got 25. And they are going to go because it is an exquisite example of the gem. What I will say, and I'll be completely honest with you again, the price point that you will be able to see on the internet now is not actually a price point. I am going to price drop it. So I'm giving you the heads up now. Get yourself on the phone, get yourself on the web. If you want it, I've only got 25 opportunities, and it will be a price drop opportunity as well. First off, let's take a look at this. It is your red Spinel, which we love already, but it is from Burma. Now, we're talking a lot about, you know, the location, say, of your emerald, aren't we? But the wonderful thing is that when it comes to Spinel, Burma is the go-to location. Let's have a little look. I've got one of my books out for you. You know this one, you've seen this one before. This is one of my favourite of all the books. This is just your Spinel book. And within here, there's lots of beautiful pictures, lots of beautiful information about the gem, but by its location. Now, there is a whole section within here based upon the location of this gem. Take a little look for me. Very simply, it just says, first line of this here says, of all of the sources of Spinel, none has been more prolific than Burma. None has been more prolific than where you're getting this gemstone strand from today. Now, it's such a special and important location. There's actually only 2 mining areas within Burma for this. And one of the mining areas that we can see here, Shimogok region there. This region, this is where we'll be getting the Spinel from that you'll be seeing today. And this region itself is so much in admiration of this gemstone that truly areas around this mine have been taking its inspiration from the gemstone itself. Now take a look. So this is just this is one of the closest cities pictures. You see all of these colours playing through already, and take a look at this one. This one I always think is amazing. This is a picture of one of the monks from this area, and this is him looking down on that region. So this is the mining region. You can see here there's lots and lots of beautiful temples, beautiful archways within here as well. There's lots of pagodas running through. And what's really, really interesting is, have you seen the colour that this monk is wearing? It's that astonishing red, isn't it? And truly, the monks in this area dyed the cloths of their religious robes and their ceremonial robes to match in with the colour of this gemstone I'm offering for you today. Take a look. It's the same, isn't it? It is that same unique individual colour. Now, not many gemstones can say that, can they? Not many gemstones can say that they have truly shaped the way local people, local cultures act in the area due to the beauty and due to the importance of the gem itself. I've already got loads of you buying this, so I better get your pricing, hadn't I? I could ramble on all day, but I won't. You should be priced. It's £50. Get ready for this price drop. It's not £50. Your price today is going down. It's not $49.95. Doesn't want to change, does it? It's like that. I am going nowhere, sunshine. £34.95 for you today. That is a massive saving. That is so spectacular, isn't it? What are we looking at? We're looking at around £15 saving, aren't we? £34.95 for a gemstone which can say it has shaped cultures, beliefs, systems around its surrounding area due to the beauty, the exquisite nature and that unique individual point. I cannot get over the fact we've just price dropped this, but we have, and you get the opportunity to own this. Congratulations, you are getting a stunning gem from an amazing location with £15 off. Well, that doesn't happen often, does it? Let's be honest. And let's also be honest, how gorgeous would this go with your first designer inspiration?
Oh, it would, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In fact, it would probably look lovely with the garnets I've got over here as well.
Oh, you're right.
The reds.
You're right.
Yeah.
Not many of these opportunities left. I've got around 20 of them left, so do get them if you want them. Now we're moving on to a second designer inspiration. What can we expect, Gemma Crow?
More lace, another mask.
And can I just say, loads of lace?
Loads, oh gosh, loads.
You got loads and loads in this, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. Two packs.
2 packs. I've got brand new lace in this kit. Now you know that doesn't happen often. We rarely will have brand new in designer inspiration because when we have designer inspiration kit, you know we're going to drop the price, and we're generally not allowed to drop the price for newbies, but we've managed to get away with it today. Yes. Take a look at this brand new lace. It's your black colour, but you've got a variety of different shapes. Take a look. So some of these are new for you today. You'll be able to see, please remember these shapes because I've got the same shapes running through in the white colouring as well. So you've got kind of your winged bow, you've got your beautiful rose shape, you've got that really ornate heart shape with those daisies at the top as well. I've then got, I love this one, my favourite one, my butterfly. Your butterfly shape in here as well. I've then got your diamond shape with those really quite modern actually flowers around the outside and focusing in on the centre. You've got your really delicate cherub design here. Can you see the cherub in there? This section in the middle, that's your cherub detail design. I've then got your really eye-catching piece, which again is a heart shape, but it's got those beautiful flowers just leading your eye down to the tip of these. Great for a hand piece, I think. I've got your winged shape with that almost sort of fleur-de-lis design coming in around the sides. I've got a huge piece here, again, with that flower in the detail in the centre. And lastly, but by no means leastly, one of my favourite shapes, I love this one, I think it's gorgeous. Your beautiful flower detail with your leaves as well. So remember those shapes because you've got those running through in the white as well. So let me just give you an example. This is your white lace. Don't forget, people love the white lace because you can dye it. You can dye it not with expensive dyes. You can dye it with your brew. You can dunk it in your brew. It's true. Yeah, that's what Sheila does. Yeah, she dunks it in a brew. She leaves it in for sort of, you know, 10, 15 minutes. Obviously, don't make a brew for yourself, dunk in your lace and then finish off the brew. Obviously, it's not one you're going to be drinking, but if you've got any flavoured teas, you know, you can get all the really, I've got red currant and jasmine, I know, a bit posh. But you can, the coloured, flavoured teas that you do, your brews, you can dunk them in and they will go into the colour. It's gorgeous. So you can change the colour of those. So remember, all that I had in the black, I've still got in the white. In fact, you can see it perfectly right now. Those are all your shapes. The black ones, don't forget, newy. So everything you can see on screen now, you will be getting, including, how fab are these? Your metal seed beads. Now, you have used those so beautifully around the eye detail and just to add a little bit of bling to your pieces. How were these to work with? Because we don't really do these often.
No, they're fantastic. I mean, I've bought those every time they've been on because they are such amazing value. There's so many in those tubes. Honestly, they'll last for ages.
It's absolutely packed full, isn't it? I wonder if I can take the... Hang on, let me get these out for you. Have a little look.
Got a really large drill hole as well.
Huge drill hole. I've never seen anything like it. All right, that's slightly over the top, but I rarely see anything like it. That's more accurate. Can you see the drill hole on these? Hang on. Can you see it there? You can. They are absolutely huge. Gem, I could easily get a 1 mil through here. What about a 125?
Yeah, well, I'm even thinking maybe a 2 mil. You can
a 2 mil you could get through here.
I think they would manage it.
They are absolutely huge, which is great because it means they're really versatile then, doesn't it? Mm. So you've got loads, absolutely huge holes in there. And then I've got the gems themselves. Beautiful, deep, rich interest and lustre cascading over this black agate that we have here. Hey, did you get them black agate this morning? Oh, if you did, why not add these ones? Because they would go beautifully, wouldn't they? Those were massive. These ones are delicate, so they're going to work really, really nicely together. These ones are your 4 mil. The ones I had on this morning, I think they were 14 mil, weren't they? So they were huge. But you've got the more of the delicate feel with these. Around 45 carats worth you've got there. I'm then going to add one of your favourite organics. Oh, wow. Look at the colouring of these, not just one strand, oh no, 2 strands of your pearls. They are spectacular. You have got your potato pearls, light grey, around 6 by 5. And you also have your button pearls, which are 6 mil. The button pearls are the rounds, but they have that slightly flattened detail. They are spectacular together, aren't they? This is rich and luxurious. Let's just remind you that with the lace, you're going to be getting 20 pieces of lace in total. 10 in the black and 10 in that white as well. Brand new black, don't forget, brand new black. So let's reiterate exactly what we've got. Gorgeous agates, 4 mil, 2 strands of your wonderful pearls, a massive selection of these huge drill hole metal spacers, absolutely huge, and brand spanking new, gorgeous black lace, 10 pieces in total, and then you've got all of the white as well. Look at the amount you're getting here. Look at all of this, piece after piece after piece after piece. There is so much here. There truly, truly is. Don't forget this white that I've got out here for you. This is what has been used by the gorgeous Gem on my headpiece. Let's do the same with the black. So I just want to show you the amount you're getting here. It's absolutely absolutely mind-boggling. It really, really is. There's loads of it. If you've never played with it before, if you've wanted to play with it, if you've maybe been afraid that, you know, it wouldn't be for you, or maybe you have to be highly skilled to do it. Not the case. This is Gemma Crow's first attempt at it, and you can see how amazing those pieces are. Get yourself involved, because there's so much here that even if you do mess up, it doesn't matter, because you've got loads as backup. I have already got so many people purchasing this. It's going to be a sellout. So many people purchasing this at the price you can see on your screen right now. That's luxury, isn't it? Let's be honest. That's not an everyday price point, is it? For here at Designer Inspiration, you know that's your before price. You know we're going to drop that, but be honest. Think, what is our usual price beforehand of Designer Inspiration? I did one the other day that was originally $34.95. I've done some that are originally, you know, £42. This is serious luxury, you know that. And don't forget for me, you're essentially getting 4 packs of the beautiful lace. So the lace packs are $9.95 each. For 5, you're getting 20 in total. So let's round it up, because I'm not great at maths. Let's round it up by 5p to make them a tenner a pack. So that would be 4 packs at £10 each. That would be £40 just for the lace. Just for the lace, £40. Remember that, please, because you are getting a discount on everything. Our average price drop, we say on DI, is £12 off. Today, it's not £12 off, it's 30. You couldn't buy the lace itself for that. You couldn't. You'd be paying £40 for the lace alone, give or take 5p. I'm not great at maths. Give or take 5p, one way or another. You are going to be paying £5 extra just for the lace. Essentially, at that price point, hang on, I'm just thinking at that price point, it's you're buying, what, 3.5 packs of the lace, but you're actually getting 4 packs, and you're getting all of these organics, and you're getting all of these spaces for nothing, for free. What do you think of that price?
I think it's remarkable for how far this will go. It is an amazing price.
This is going to sell out, everyone. It really is. This will be going very, very soon. I just need to let you all know it's going to sell out soon. Don't worry, it's worth it. Come on, £30 off. That doesn't happen often at all, does it? And you're getting your hands on something brand spanking new as well. You can't say fairer than that, can you? Your names have already gone off my screen. I've got people from Texas, people from London, people from County Down, Aberdeen, loads of people getting their hands on this today. What I will say is, if you want it, please do be quick, because it is going very, very fast. It is very, very popular. I'm heading on over to the lovely Gem now, because half my stock's gone already. Just need to let you know that half my stock is gone. Can't wait to see how we're going to create some of these pieces.
Yes, exciting.
They are adorned in a way I personally haven't seen lace be adorned before.
Yeah, well, it's nice. I've used the mica powders as paints and just sort of added bits of detail to the lace, so you can like really pick out, because all the detail's there for you, but sometimes when it's all one colour, you don't necessarily see it straight away. You have to really get in close.
Yeah.
And unless you've backed it on something really contrasting, you don't. But these masks, obviously, if you've got them on, you want them to stand out against your skin or against your hair. So, and the same with anything really, just picking different bits and elements out.
I absolutely adore these pieces.
Yeah, and the lace just does all the work. Like that necklace that we've just focused on there, I mean, there's little bits cut out and then added chain in, so you can add your own details to it, but the work's already done, really.
And of course, you've made my headpiece from this as well, haven't you? From that beautiful lace.
Yeah, and I've backed that onto a felt so that it's comfortable on your head. And I've done that, but again, using the iron-on sort of adhesive. So you have a sheet of it and you iron it on. And that's all different bits of lace, sort of you lay it out flat and just work a pattern by cutting the lace up and adding it. Yeah, just adding bits here and there as needed.
And you know what? Comfortable.
Yeah, really.
It really is comfy.
Yeah, and if you made those on both sides, it'd be like really attractive earmuffs.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, I have got so few of this kit left because it's a massive price drop. It's amazing. You love it. It's got brand new stuff in. Why not? Get your hands on it as you can. Don't worry though. In this section, I've got other goodies coming up, including something that we've needed to create both of these pieces. The gorgeous feathers are coming for you very soon, so stay where you are. Lovely. What piece are we going to be looking at right
I'm going to
now?
make the one that looks a bit like a bird.
Yeah.
Because it involves chopping up the lace, stiffening it, moulding it, so it takes us through a few processes, and then we're going to paint it as well.
Fab.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So first off, a lot of questions I get asked is about the quantities of glue that I need. So I'm going to do it here with you. Got to hide the labels. I'm going to take the labels off.
Yeah, I'll take the labels. Sorry, it's a bottle of water. We're not allowed to show the name.
So the quantities of glue to water. Now, when I'm making a really stiff project like a mask, then I'll use 1 part water, 3 parts glue. And thank you very much. And if I'm making, for example, the necklace there, that's a bib, I don't want it to be so stiff that it sticks out and is, you know, uncomfortable, but you want it to be stiffer than it is as you get it, because with wear the edges will curl.
Of course. So
we want to keep it flat. Now, starch, dressmaker starch might be a good idea for that.
Okay.
If you don't have that, I use 1 part glue and 3 parts water. So it's sort of in reverse, and it just gives it enough just to hold it in shape. Okay, so you know.
Do we need the lid?
I will need the lid in a minute, but I'll cover it. Can you see the? Sorry.
That's all right.
I'll need the lid just to protect my work, to protect the mat. You don't want to get it grubby. Okay, so squidge in your glue.
You're just doing this by eye, by the looks of things.
Yeah, I am. Ages, isn't it?
Did you used to, when you were younger and you had PVA glue at school, did you used to dink your hands in?
Yeah.
And wait and peel it off when it dried?
Yeah, still do.
Everyone did. Everyone did. The whole team did.
Right, this tub is rather large, but it's the only one I had with me because I forgot to bring one into the studio, so it's a big tub. And I won't need anywhere near this much, but what I'll do is I'll put the lid on and that'll stay like that for a while, so I can use it for other projects.
That's good.
Okay, so if I pour this in the middle, I'll be able to sort of roughly see how much I'm putting in. I think that's about right.
So it's 3 parts of the glue to 1 part of your water.
And then a nice paintbrush just to mix it all up. If it's feeling too sticky and too stiff, just add some more water. You'll get a feel for it. If you find that after you've done your project and after you've moulded it and it's dried, it's not
stiff enough.
Not stiff enough. Just paint on another layer of glue, and you can build it up and build it up until it's what you want. So it's quite a nice consistency now. Now I would like to show you exactly how to do it, but I'm worried I won't be able to wash my hands after in between. But what I would do, if I have a go, take my piece of lace, I'll submerge it and brush it. Use a brush just to make sure it's all covered, and then I'd take it out and I would wring it out, so it is messy, and I would wring that out. So if I show you, I'd pull it and I'd run my fingers along it to wring out all the glue.
I see.
And then I would place it, let's have a go,
on your lid.
So get my lid out just to protect my work surface, and then take my mould.
Point towards you, make it easier.
Take my mould, drape it over the mould and sit it where I want it. Okay, don't worry about if it doesn't quite fit the shape of the face just yet, because you know, you can manipulate it further after. We just want the fabric stiff enough so that we can work with it and it's not going to just be too floppy.
Okay.
Okay, so all that in there. Now these horns then, if you want to use them, what I've done is I use a piece of wire
Do you want something to wipe your hands
rub it in. Hold on, I'll rub it in.
Just rub it in. Rub in the glue, it'll be
Just
fine.
rub it in. Right, let's take another piece of wire. I thought I had one cut somewhere, but no. So what I've done is I've made holes in my template here. If it's polystyrene, you can just stick some pieces of wire in. But I've made some holes through somewhere here. There's one. And another one over here somewhere. So then what I'll do is I'll just...
So it's giving kind of a base to your horn bits,
so sort of thread them through those bits, so you can then position them where you want them to set.
I see.
Okay, so that's basically how you do it. Thread it through a few times so that they've got something to sit onto, and then that will hold them out so that they dry
good tip.
outwards like that.
Fab
Okay.
tip. Yeah, got it.
And more complicated designs, you can make a wireframe work and drape it over that.
Okay.
Right, let's get rid of this glue.
Ooh,
We're going to have great fun later on, picking all this off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you used to have a competition like you could get the longest
The biggest bit.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's move this off to the side.
Okay.
In fact, I'll put that there because I'm going to need that in the rest of it.
Yeah.
Put that there.
Everybody, I'm just going to give you a quantity check on the kit at the moment. 21. There's 21 of them left. That's it. And in baskets, 6. I've just been told by my producer. So if you want to get your hands on £30 off, why not do it? Why not do it?
Okay, so here's one that I prepared earlier. So this, I mean, it's great shape for a mask, isn't it? It's what when I first did this on the show, this is what I rang Pip immediately and said, Pip, I need to make masks with lace, so please, can I have a go? And like, I bagsied that.
Bagsy?
As soon as I could. Okay, and these get in the way of your mouth, and you know, they're just not great. So
No.
they really hang down, so it looks like a
Moustache.
yeah, and not a good one.
No.
I've done it in the black deliberately just to see what it looks like in a different colourway as well, because you get both in the kit, so you can make 2 masks. So you could do a his and hers if you liked.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Yeah. Okay, so what we want to do is trim it down, and I do trim it after it's been stiffened because then there's no risk of fraying or anything like that. So I'm going to cut out, just cut along the edges, and the guidelines are there for you. So I'm going to cut there, and maybe along here, and I'll attach. So that's that shape there.
Okay.
Let's do this one as well. Cut along. And you see, because the glue has got everything, tucked everything in, there's no fraying or anything. Okay, so then I'm going to cut out the eyes. So these little bits, trim them all. And here, and we're going to cut straight across. Now the guidelines are there, so this is actually quite simple, because you just sort of fill in the...
And don't forget, don't throw any of them away now, do we?
No, because those little bits might be useful in like a headband like yours, for example, where you're linking bits together.
And actually, I think some of those pieces are beautiful. I could see that on something.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
Yeah.
So do keep all of these bits.
Okay, so... last bit.
Following it around. Don't worry, ladies and gents. Lots of more goodies coming up for you in a little bit. The feathers are on their way. I promise. In the next half hour, you'll have them.
Okay, so there's a mask already. I mean, literally, you could just put that on.
Just that. You could just put that on with a bit of elastic around the back, couldn't you?
Yeah, if you wanted to. And I mean, if you didn't want to do any beading on it, you could literally put some glitters on and really pick the details out like that, or just have it as it is. But what I've done is I've embellished it with some feathers and the glitters, but I'm going to put the going to do the beading first because I don't want to be getting glitter on after. So what I did at home is I let everything dry, I put the glitter on,
Yes, I know
let
what you
everything dry and then beaded after.
Yeah.
But for this I'm going to bead first. On the white one I use the black faceted pearl, which are so subtle. Are these the faceted?
The black agate.
The black agate, sorry.
Yeah.
The other ones are the
That's right.
faceted on the other kit.
Yeah.
But I use the black agate around the eye because it contrasted with the white. In this black one, obviously there's no contrast if I use the black, so I'm going to use the pearls.
Yeah.
And again, I've threaded them onto the silver, soft silver wire that came in the wire bundle earlier. But you can use a 0.6 or a 0.4 to go through those. And just put enough on that are going to run around the edge of the eye.
Yeah,
Okay. And pop the wire ends through. Now what I do is I use one piece of wire to do both sides. So what I'll do is there's two reasons and I'll show you why now. So take a long length of wire, I've got about 1 metre.
Okay.
I'm going to thread in at the point of the eye here where I want it to cascade from there, or not cascade, I want it to go from there. And I bring the wire across and come up to the other side in the same place.
Okay, so the other side, kind of in the nose section, let's say.
Yeah. If you're having trouble getting through the lace, just use a reamer. Just force a little hole because the glue again is keeping it all in, so you're not going to damage it. So you can punch a little hole and thread your wire up through. Now this is serving two purposes for this project. So one, it means I've only got one piece of wire that I'm using, so I don't have all these ends, because again, with a mask you don't want too many wire ends because you don't want to hurt your face. So that's going to sit there. I'd thread the other ones on so they sit there. And what that gives me also is on the nose, it's going to give me the ability to form a shape that's going to stay because the wire's holding it.
Ah, clever.
So the more times I go across that area with wire, the more of sort of a bridge I'm going to be able to make so that it sits snugly against your nose and into your sort of insides of outer eye sockets.
I see.
Okay, so you want quite a few bands of wire going across there from all your threading. Okay, so then again at the top end there where it meets, I'm going to push through the lace again, and let's make another hole. Through there.
Threading through again.
Do you know, it's always me that damages this board.
I won't tell anyone. It's fine.
I've just said it. But it is. Last I did, I got something on it last time. Swelligand.
Swelligand today.
Stabbing
Oh, that
it.
was you.
I've got glue on it today.
Why not? It's all right.
I'm sure I'm going to cover it in glitter in a minute.
Yes, can't wait. The glitter's coming up in a bit too.
So that's those there. And you might find that you want to pop, I use monofilament just to stitch in a few areas just to keep it to the frame.
I see.
Okay, but you can use wire to do that if you like. And in fact, if you use wire, it might even mimic sort of eyelashes
that's
if you
quite a
came
good idea.
round. So we could have a quick look at that. Use the tails, come in between
And
maybe
that's
every
quite a
other
nice idea.
pearl.
Every other one, yeah.
Okay,
I like that. It does. It gives you that feel.
sort of, yeah, quite eyelashy. I like that actually.
Yeah, I love that.
Let's keep going with that. And that's the beauty of this. Is it like as you start working with it, you get another idea and another idea, and as you can see, they're sort of endless. Because I've been playing with this for 6 days and didn't think of this one. So you're going to get all sorts of ideas.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Keeping them in place, giving you that nice bend too.
Yeah, that's doing a few jobs at the same time. So that's great. Right, let's leave that there.
Okay.
Okay, so there's those in place.
Love that.
It looks quite evil, this one,
It does.
doesn't it?
I don't see them with the lashes.
It's like fox-like, actually.
Can you see?
Isn't it?
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
Lush.
Okay, so let's tuck that wire there.
Okay.
And then what we want to do is we do the same on this side. I'm only going to do one side for the demo. And then we'd add in some more wire and pop in a few of our silver spaces. So where are my...
They were fab, weren't they?
Some more wire.
So it's all down the kind of beak section.
Yeah. Yeah, is it bird or is it fox? What do you think? I think the feathers make it bird-like, don't they?
Maybe, yeah. But it could be foxy
Could be
without.
fox, yeah. here. Okay. So another piece of wire, and we're going to add in some gemstones down the nose. Make a little hole again.
Again, use your pokey tool.
Yeah. You might not find you need to do that because some of the parts of the lace are quite open and some are quite loose. So these bits at the back that I'm having left over, draw them up along, and we'll trap them as we go, and but we'll have them to use if we need to, and they're no ends sort of on the face. We'll bring them round to the front if we need to at the end. So we can then add on. Let's add on a few silver gems.
They are absolutely fab. Huge drill hole on those.
I would say these are essential.
Really?
Yeah, because they go with all your gemstones. They are great just for filling in gaps in wire work. They're great for spacing out your high-end gemstones so that you haven't got to use them all in one piece.
Yeah.
They're just, I wouldn't be without these. Like I said, I buy them every time we add them on because, they're great value and great quality.
And they are great for making your special gems go further, like the Tanzanite I've got coming up in a bit.
Yeah.
Perfect for spacing that out, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so I'm starting with a row just at the centre. And then I'm going to bring that wire back through, and what I'll start doing then is going across with my gemstones to build up sort of a V, so that we gradually get wider. Now, because the drill hole's so large on these, you might find that they don't sit quite right, because we've got a fine wire going through, yet we're...
big drill hole.
Yeah, so they sort of can move around a bit on the wire. But use that to your advantage, because what that can create is some really nice gaps, and then in those gaps you can pop, I was going to say chuck some pearls.
Chuck some pearls in there.
How common.
You could gently place
some
elegant splashes of the pearl.
Oh, really?
Or just chuck them on, either
chuck them on. Oh dear. Right. Place those over. So I've just put 2 on to begin with, and then I'll put 3 on, and then 4, and et cetera, et cetera.
That's how you're going to graduate it up
until I've got until I've got quite a large sort of section of these here. And also, again, I'm creating sections across the back that I've got the wire in, which is going to give me the ability to form the shape.
I see.
Okay. So if I just do one more go across.
Yeah. So whilst you're doing that, can I just point out that this bracelet is actually done using the spacers, and look how high end it looks. This is so high end. You've taken out some of the pieces of the lace, and then just look, just around the back, very simply, that is just spacer after spacer after spacer after spacer after spacer. But doesn't that look high end? Doesn't that look exquisite? It really, really does. Is that on memory wire, Gem?
Yeah, just on the memory wire.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to put it on there. Oh, that is lovely.
It's pretty, isn't it? Delicate.
I've got a little set now, you're right. How cute and delicate is that? It's just on memory wire. Just space those onto your memory wire. Oh, Gem, that is so elegant. How cute. Oh, I love that.
I like those little daisies that you can cut out, because one of the pieces of lace has got little flowers all the way around.
All the way around
I think there's probably about, was there 4, 8, it's probably around 16 of the roses, of the little flowers. So when you cut them off individually, you've got 16 to play with.
It's fab, isn't it?
So there's loads in your
An everlasting
headband.
daisy chain.
Yeah, that's really cute. Right, I'm going to leave that there. The next row I'm going to put on once I've done the feathers, so then what will happen is the row of gems, a row of beads there, will cover the base of the feathers where I stick those on.
So we're going to use the feathers. I'm going to give you the chance to own them first, because I know that sometimes people like to go, okay, I'll buy them, and then I really want to focus on how to use them. So I'll let you own them first, and then we'll show you step by step. Look at how few of this kit we have got left now. That started off near 100. We had 94 of these today, or 99 of these. 17 left because of that price discount for brand newness as well. It's going to be a sellout any moment. Let's give you the opportunity to own these feathers. They are exquisite. I'm going to have to go through them really quickly because there's such a variety here, but let's take a look. You've got your fan detail in a really beautiful bright red and in the purple. These are the ones that we've used on this mask, aren't they?
Yeah.
These are the ones we've used on the mask.
Shape, yeah.
You've then got the flower shape details with that gorgeous centre sequin, which you can add a gemstone in there if you wish, of course. This is what we've used on the headband. We've used this one on the headband that you can see on that bust. You've then got a big selection of the black feathers. Let me just show you one of them. Now these are black, but because they're feathers, they have got that beautiful sheen about them, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's almost a really dark blue kind of flashes through. They go great with the pearlescence, actually, of the pearls, don't they?
They do.
So you've got a selection of those. How many of these have I got? A pack of 10? Yeah, a pack of 10. They're around 13 by 2 mil. You've then got a pack of 10 of the white as well. So these, again, gonna go exceptionally well, aren't they, with the black that we have. So a real nice monochrome feel to these. I'm then gonna get jazzy. We're gonna jazz this up a step. These have got the findings already attached. Look. That saves you messing around with these. Earrings, done straight away if you've got a pair like that. Earrings done straight away. But you get them in different colours. You've got your greens, you've got your blues as well. You've got your bright oranges, you've got your gorgeous yellows in here, your pinks, your reds, your purples. So many different colours and varieties, and they all have the finding already attached. So that's going to give them stiffness to the pieces. These are the types that we used earlier on. With this finding is what we sort of attached earlier on in our first designer inspiration, and actually it was these ones that we used in the first designer inspiration. Again, the variety is phenomenal. How beautiful is this? They come in pairs as well, so you can just do pairs of earrings if you wish. Look at the detail on those. Layering the feathers on this one to give that beautiful, interesting effect. You've got really funky, bright, speckled coloured ones as well, almost with that kind of eggshell speckle to them. In lots of different colours. Again, blues, your pinks, your greens, your teals, your reds. Look at the layer, look at that one. Isn't that fab? Layered up feathers again. And you can, you know, you can have them facing up. You can use them already with the findings attached, with a great jewel hole through there, you know, if you so wish. What do you think of these?
I think they're brilliant. I do think they're brilliant. And, you know, I know people worry about them coming out of the finding, but I'm telling you, I deliberately try and get them out for this project.
Yeah.
And you can't, you have to cut them off.
I see.
You know, they're not going to fall out.
Yeah, they are secure.
Very secure, yeah.
So you get a massive amount of those. The different colours, you get 10 pairs in each pack, so you're going to get 20, essentially, of each. So 20 of the ones, the fan shape-ish ones I've just shown you. 20, the double up ones that I've shown you. 20 of the swirly, spirally, kind of funky fun ones. So lie them out for you. You're going to be getting one of the fans in the red, one of the fans in the purple, 2 of your flowers, and 20 of the black and the white, 10 of each of the flowers as well. All of these today for you. That's not your price. That's the price you're going to be paying at 9 when you buy these individually. That is a discount code ZEGC49, ZEGC49, discount code till 9. Type it in. Pay just £19.95 for you today. Congratulations everybody who is getting your hands on this, because I tell you what, that is an absolute bargain. At the weekend, because I've caught on my days off, sorry, so Wednesday I went into a well-known hobbying store, and I knew that we had feathers on this weekend, so I wanted to do a little bit of a price comparison, and I found a spruce of feathers, very similar to this, but they had a slightly longer tail on them. A spruce, and there was 5 in a spruce, so it looked like this. They weren't all attached, they're all individual. They looked just like that, and for just those 5, the pack was £4.50 for 5. You're getting all of these for £19.95, but sorry, it's low in stock now. I've got hundreds of you bought these. I've got around 9 left. Once this is gone, we'll put the kit back up for you. £19.95 for you. Only a few of them left. Be quick whilst you can. Okay, love, I'm back with you. So we'll see how to use these now.
Yes. So now I'm going to put the. I'm going to do the glitters first, actually.
Okay. The glitters are coming.
I'll do the glitters first because otherwise we're going to get covered in it before we put the fans on.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the glitter and the gleam and show you how it works. Now, if you look at the headband that I've got over there, the one on the bust, I've used gleams and glitters on there.
Yeah.
So if I just show you how they work, let's just pick out some of the highlights. I'm going to go reds and purples on here.
Do you want me to move it around so you can see it? Can you do it?
Can I do what?
Can you move that around so we can see it? I hate polystyrene.
Oh, I see.
That's why I'm stood there doing this. Running my tongue over because I accidentally backed into this one and literally my bones feel like they are vibrating. It's so awful.
I know.
So that's why I'm stood there like.
I do know what you mean.
No, I'm not angry. I just accidentally went into this one and it's creeped me out. There you go. This is the headpiece that we can see here. Absolutely beautiful. And we've used the gleams and the glitters, and I've got both of those coming up for you in a little bit. So let's see how to do it first, and then you can have the opportunity to own it.
So I haven't tried using the gleams on lace that hasn't been stiffened. However, I do think it would be difficult because the gleam needs something not non-porous, but it needs a harder surface to be, so you can actually rub it into it. It needs to sit on something. Now with the PVA on it, you've almost got
that there.
Almost a barrier as well, something for it to sit on top of. So if I
it's not just going to sink in, you're going to be able to see it.
Yeah, that's right. You can be able to see it, right? So I'm going to just take this lush pink and get a bit on my finger.
Really watch how we're doing this section because I've got a chance to own it.
A tiny bit, and I'll tell you where I'm going to do. I'm going to pick out some areas where I need to pick out just tiny detail. So if I just rub that over the top, you can do this onto gemstones as well. Just pick the bits out. What I'm going to do is pop it on, and then I'm going to pull it off after.
Okay.
So if I've got too much, I can take some off. So this particular piece of lace doesn't have much detail to pick out really because it's not got lots of flowers and things, but some of the more floral pieces like in that headband have got loads of detail that really is picked out nicely with the gleams.
Okay.
And I just wanted really you to think about using them so that your lace isn't all one colour. You can colour it with as simple as this. You don't even have to get the dyes out or anything.
And we don't have, and that will stay, will it?
Yeah.
Even with wear?
Yeah. I can't see why it's going to go anywhere. And if you are worried about it, PVA makes a great varnish as well.
Yeah, of course.
And of course it's already got PVA on it, so pop some varnish on, pop some more PVA over the top if you're worried about it coming off.
As a varnish, and then it holds it too, doesn't it?
So there you go. I'm just going to pick out those areas there, and we can even put some on our gemstones if we wanted to. But you'll feel it going sort of tacky on your finger, and then you know it's getting tacky on the fabric too. So then at some point, a little bit later, leave it a bit longer, that you can sort of buff it over, and it will almost shine even on lace.
Wow, that's fab, isn't it?
Yeah. So let's pop the lids back on those.
Just to let you know, I've only got 10 of the designer inspiration left, and I've got 10 in baskets. So do check out when you get the chance.
Okay, so back to our PVA then.
Okay, the solution.
The solution. You know those lovely pieces of paper, huh?
Oh yeah.
Piece of paper that we had earlier.
It will.
Just so that we don't get glitter everywhere.
Good plan.
So that's not too distracting underneath, is it?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Right, let's do this side then. So PVA and glitter, I mean, I'm sure you've done this before. Putting these on. Let's do glitter this side and we'll do gleams on micas on the other side
to give you a good idea.
Right.
So it's using the solution again. If you've just tuned in, it is 3 parts PVA glue to 1 part water.
Okay, so I've got a nice fine brush this time so that I can dictate where the glitter's going to stick.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go around the edges, and I find if I have quite a lot of glue on and almost dot rather than try and brush, because obviously
Because of the texture.
it's got texture. So if I brush it on, I'm going to get a very broken line.
Yeah.
Whereas if you can see what I'm doing, I'm sort of laying a string of it really. So all around the edges, just to pick up.
So whilst Gemma's doing that, I'll give you the chance to get the glitter, because I've actually only got about 5 of that kit left now. We're doing the glitter first, so I'll give you the opportunity to buy the glitter. I've not got a lot though. I've just not got a decent enough quantity really. We would love to bring you hundreds and hundreds. Fact of the matter is, I've got less than 20. Take a little look at these for me. It's your Mardi Gras glitter pack. Our glitter is specially designed to fit a multitude of mediums. It's super fine, and actually some of the colours that we have are completely unique to us here at Jewellery Maker. Take a look at some of these colours. It is washable, this glitter as well, which is important for you to know. So even if you wash it, it's not going to fall off or shrivel up or anything. You've got beautiful mixture, variety of colours in here, ever so bright tones, all super fine, super sparkly as well. And it is super fine. You can see that it's not big horrible chunks, it's really very delicate. You have got in here such a variety of colours. This is your Mardi Gras pack, so you've got this is my favourite one. Love purple, don't I? Look at that. Oh, imagine that with that elongated strand of amethyst we had before, with some lace. It would suit me so for Glenn, you're not wrong. I've got your green and your gold in this one as well, and then I've got your beautiful kind of crimsony pink, if that makes sense. So you've got your pink glitter, you've got your green and gold glitter, you've got your aqua blue and silver glitter, you have got your multicolour orange glitter and your purple. It's going to sell out at this price. £12.95 for you today. Congratulations everyone, you're getting around 75 grams worth. It's going to last you ages, it's going to go really far, and we're going to see exactly how you can pick out details on your pieces. Because actually if we look at this mask here, you were saying before, Gem, that for people with dark hair, if you put this on and there was no glitter there, it might just fade in. But by adding the glitter to these detailed bits, it's picking it out, isn't it?
That's it, and that's a much better example of where to use the micas and the glitters really, because that does have little bits ready-made for you. You don't have to be artistic at all. You don't really have to think about it. You can just literally say, I'm going to go around the edge of every flower, or I'm going to do every leaf.
I know what you mean.
And it's done for you.
The glitter has gone, but I will be bringing the gleam to you now. Bring the gleam to you now, and the micas are coming up in a second. Oh, are they all together? Well, we're going to use the micas in a minute.
Can I put the glitter on before the glue dries?
Yeah, you can.
Is that
please.
okay? I'm just literally going to shake it. I've edged.
Shake it down.
The edges. I've just edged around the eyes and any sort of edge bits, and I've gone heavier around certain areas. And I'm not worrying how much I tip on, because I can put it, as long as I use one colour at a time, I can tip it.
You can pour it off.
I don't know if you mentioned it, because I wasn't really listening, so I can't do and listen at the same time. But it's it's not static. Did you say that?
Yes.
The glitter isn't static.
The glitter anti-static too.
Yes. So what's great is if I can dab it all off. So just turn it upside down and bash it. It's left in the areas you've asked it to go.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't stick to the paper when you.
Fantastic.
So if I.
Fantastic.
Should have a nice clean piece of paper.
Back in. I'm about to do your gleam for you now. This is great because you can see we've used it with the lace, but you can use this with your polymers. You can use this with pretty much anything you set your mind to, really, can't you? This is the pack that you've seen Gem use already, and she's used to create the beautiful effect on the mask. This is your warm colour palette. And then you have got your colourful thoughts in the Moroccan gleam set. And you've got beautiful golds in there, purple, and your green too. Mica powders we're going to see used in a moment, as it gives you a different feel to the glitters, doesn't it?
Yes.
But we kind of do it in the same way. So if you missed out on the glitter, don't worry, you can add interest using the micas. 2 pots of that, with your poppy and with your copper. And if you're not sure what mica powder is, it is powder fine. You can add it to pieces to add colour, to add glitz, to add gleam. It's absolutely up to you what you do with this. You can paint this onto things. It's just a wonderful product. You've got a beautiful copper tone and the red. The price today for all of it should be £23.80. It's not staying there though at all. We're going to drop it as low as we can. Your price point today for all of this is just a tiny £18.95, and genuinely this is going to go far, 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 isn't it?
Yes, you're going to have that forever. I can't ever see myself running out of that, of one pot.
Treat yourself to it today then, £18.95 for all of that, congrats. Lovely, I'm back with you, sweet.
Right, so for the mica powders, to use them as paints, you just need to dilute them slightly with some water. And the more water you use, obviously the more dilute the colour, and the colour will be less vivid. But if I was just to literally wet my brush and dip it into the mica, I'll have quite a intense colour. And I'm imagining, not that I've tried this, I'm trying this with you right now. I'm imagining that I need it to be more intense to actually show up onto the black. And I'm right, because of the iridescence, you're only going to get a hint of the colour, a lot like I've got in my mask that I'm wearing. Yeah. You get a hint of the colour, but the iridescence that comes off it in the light shows you the colour. So almost like that orient on a pearl, that when you turn it you see the gold, but you might not see it just by looking straight at it.
I know exactly what you mean.
So that's more the effect you're going to get when you're painting with the micas onto something darker. But you can see how it does colour. The great thing about using micas over dye is that you've complete control of how the colour graduates from intense and maybe through to nothing.
I see.
And also just by adding more or less water, you can have the same colour but just, more translucent. Or
opaque.
Yeah,
as it
so
graduates.
All the petals or all the bits that you pick out, all the details you pick out, can look different to one another, yet still all work together.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's actually worked quite nicely, even on the dark.
It's beautiful.
And you can just keep building out. That's the great thing about the micas. You can just go layer upon layer upon layer.
Make it more and more subtle as you go down.
Yeah, so that's nice. In fact, here I might use some to sort of stop it being such a stark contrast from the purple to the black. I might just use it to tone it in.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so there's 3 ways there of embellishing your lace. Just wanted to see what it looks like on the white. You'll see a very different. Now this hasn't got any. I take this off. This hasn't got any PVA on it.
No.
So it's really going to absorb the water. So it's paint. We can just pick out the petals here and paint the petals one at a time.
Beautiful.
Okay. So
it does. It almost drags the colour into itself, doesn't it? Because it is so porous.
That's it. It's pulling the colour in, and you can see just by that was just less paint on my brush. Got the same tone, but it's faded.
I see exactly
so you
what
can
you
get that graduation.
Graduation of colour. That's gorgeous.
I mean, you can paint that whole piece of lace in different colours, and it would look. That's fantastic. Okay, wonderful. So there's ways to embellish your lace.
Fab.
Right, so let's add some feathers.
Okay, so these are the feathers. They did sell out, I'm afraid, but we hope to get some more very soon for you.
Right. Okay, so we've got this area here that we want to add feathers into the centre, like the forehead area. If I just add them on like that, it's gonna cover your eyes. Cover my eyes.
Okay.
So nice thing is that these are felt backed, so I can cut the felt, and I'm not going to lose all my feathers.
And you can still reuse the felt slices.
Yeah. So I'm just going to cut a little sort of cheese slice off of each side.
Okay.
Okay. Save those feathers. You might want them for something else. And just that then sits in there. Don't worry about it coming onto the eyes a little bit, because we can always tweak that. Okay, so they'll sit in there.
Okay.
But I want to bring it up further, so I'll use some of my other feathers to sort of taper that along the brow then. So like I was saying, you can't pull these ends off, you just can't. So we need to just chop them off.
Okay.
So glue those on first, and for gluing the feathers on, I'm using the leather glue. It's perfect.
Fab.
You can use a fabric glue or even PVA. You just have to, you know, really make sure you've got it covered everywhere. This you only need a dab. I'm just going to put a little bit at the edges and in the right place.
Yeah.
Then lay on the feathers that I want to sit sort of along the brow line. Lay those on first. Then lay these on top of that.
Okay.
And then they sort of graduate. Can you see how that's graduating in? And just position. And then add the others in the other side once you seem to have lost them. I think they may have gone back in your bundle. You might have taken my demo ones. Well, whoever buys that bundle's going to get a few extras. I haven't got any.
It's all right, pick some out. They are.
It's this one. Here we go. So I got one for the other side.
Pete will sort them out in a bit, don't worry. Oh, I just touched it again. Sorry. How unprofessional. I can't cope.
Okay. So that one, before you put the middle on, would just go in there. Pop that there. And then what I would do is then add on, let's let that dry, and then add on more of those silver spacer beads across to sort of hide that bit there in the centre.
Stop it, you. I'm going off you, buddy boy.
Okay, that's it. Now it's just a case of tweaking and positioning and adding in more little decorations and everything. And then for the back, I've just done a double length of our beading elastic.
That's fabulous.
It's really strong, so just tie a piece across the back. Your headpiece, I've plaited 3 together.
Okay.
And then just stitched it in.
Stitch those ones
in.
Now, this piece is very 20s, isn't it? Just really briefly, because we've had people asking, how have we added these kind of tassely bits on?
Through the... I'm just going to check. Check.
You did make this, didn't you? It's easy to forget.
Yeah. They are... what I've done is I've stitched all the little extras and all the little beads are stitched into this with monofilament. So when I've come up through the place where I want the chain to hang, I've cut my chain ready, I've threaded through the fabric, thread on a little silver spacer bead, then that acts as a stopper. So then you thread through your chain and then back through that spacer bead and pull it in, and then it looks like the chain is falling out of the spacer bead.
I see.
So it is all stitching, that one, it's all sewing.
All stitching. So thank you, Gem, so much for
You're welcome.
You've had an amazing time, haven't you?
I have.
Let's be honest.
I've loved every minute of today and the prep. Loved it.
You can tell you have. You really, really can. Thank you very, very much for joining us this afternoon. We have got a whole hour left of our show, in which time Gem's going to carry on with her challenge. What are we thinking challenge-wise? Have you come up with ideas yet?
I've done a pair of earrings and a necklace.
Oh, nice. Already.
But just very simple to complement the sort of style of jewellery that we've been doing today.
Love
so
that.
Nothing over the top.
Nothing over the top.
No.
Nothing too elaborate.
Like this is just very simple.
Simplistic pieces. That's coming up in your challenge. And also after the break, I have got for you so many goodies, including the big blue gemstone. I'll see you after this.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker this Halloween by entering our spooktacular competition. We want you to send in pictures of your wirework pumpkin that has been inspired by guest designer Alison Tarry. Send your entries by October 30th to thehub@jewellerymaker.com. Entries will be shown on the Designer Inspiration Show on the 31st of October.
I love chips and nuggets. Ever since I first joined the company nearly 3 years ago, I've been absolutely hooked. What I love are the varying sizes, the varying shapes, the varying colours, and most of the gemstones that we carry in our stock have some form of chips and nuggets, right from what I call the tiny little microchips, right through to the nuggets, right through to the big ice cube boulders. There's just such an array of sizes and shapes, and they lend themselves so well to macrame, to wire wrapping, to rosary link, all sorts of techniques to use, and you can make the simple, delicate little bracelet right through to the enormously heavy, chunky bib style necklace. I just adore them.
Tanzanite is truly spectacular. This precious gemstone is only found in one location in the world, Tanzania, Africa. Claimed to be 1,000 times rarer than diamonds, Tanzanite is the blue variety of zoisite. Tanzanite is extremely popular due to its trichroic nature, which means that 3 different colours can be seen when looking at the gem from different angles. In Tanzanite's case, these colours are blue, pinkish violet and yellow. Do you have a question that you need answering?
Well, did you know you can ask to speak to an accredited jewellery professional in our call centre?
Trained by the GIA, you can ask us any gemological question and we'll do our best to help.
We don't just sell gemstones, we know gemstones.
That's why when you buy from us, you're buying with confidence. Buy your genuine gemstones from genuine accredited jewellery professionals.
Welcome back everyone to Designer Inspiration and welcome to our Masquerade ball. Today we have been having a little look at how to create some beautiful mask pieces, not only for you to wear for those special events around Christmas and New Year, but also to adorn your household with. The lady giving us all the inspiration today is absolutely wonderful. Her name is Gemma. Hello. Cool. Good. Eat him. Got it. I have got so much coming up for you now. Starting off, well, I've got some gem collector pieces. You know, we started our collection yesterday, didn't we? If we hadn't had one before, we started one tomorrow. Today, I'm going to add some more to that collection for you. Say it to me again, lovely lady. Oakley. Always going in with the big blue. Big blue gemstone. One locational. Won't be around for much longer, that's a fact. And I've got single figures. This is going to go in moments, so get in quick. If you want to own Tanzanite today. Tanzanite's a really interesting gemstone. I'm sure a lot of us will know that it's one locational. It's from Tanzania, foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro, and it's around a 16 square kilometre mining area. This gemstone has shot up in popularity and in notoriety, and sadly has gone down dramatically in yields. Steve Bennett sent us an email round at the beginning of September, and he said that the biggest gemstone in the gem show in the world, prices of Tanzanite have gone up between 200 and 300%. And that's because we're not going to be able to get our hands on it much longer at all. We was speaking to Glenn Lear about this gemstone, who I'm sure you'll all know. I always think of Glenn Lear, right? I don't know if anyone put this to him ever before, but he's like the Simon Cowell of the gem world, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's big. He is big in the game. He's a gemologist. He is a lapidurist himself. He has his own cut of gem that no one else can recreate. He's absolutely amazing, man. Anyway, he was talking about how in Tanzania, 2 months of the year, the bamboo in the local area becomes highly fermented, and you can actually chop down the bamboo. This is literally a few feet from the mines. You can chop down the bamboo and actually drink the liquid out of it, and it's highly potent, very alcoholic, around 40%. It's pretty much that, isn't it? Can you imagine that? Sipping out of a bamboo. You have got 115 carats worth of this beautiful, unique gem. Sadly, it won't be with us for much longer. Not only on Jewellery Maker, I mean in the world. Treat yourself to it today. The price is just $17.95, and that is not with the 200 or 300% price hike that we could apply we could apply, because that is in the gem world at the moment. The fact of the matter is we bought this before that price hike, so you're getting it at its original low price, $17.95. What I will say is, if you've ever wanted to own this gemstone, there is no greater or better time. There really isn't. We don't know of any new strands that we're getting in around Christmas, so if you want it whilst you get it, may as well get it now. Once you check out, it's a goner, so congratulations everyone, $17.95 for you today. Ooh, double strand now of this stunning chrome diopside, another gemstone which is extremely difficult to get your hands on. It truly is. It is so tricky. The reason being, well, there's numerous reasons, but of course it's the fact that we cannot mine this all year round. It's the fact that when we can actually mine it and when we can get the eels out of the ground, it is so difficult to shape and even put a drill hole in any manner because of the structure of this, because of the cleavage points on this. It's totally unique in its appearance. It really is. Look at that green burst. It is a chrome diopside gleam, isn't it? Which sounds silly, but it's unlike anything else. It's unique. It's completely unique, completely different in colour tone. 3 words, chrome diopside. Gemma Crow, go.
Vivid, tropical.
Tropical, I love that.
And exciting.
Exciting? Yeah. Why is it exciting?
Because it's such a vivid green that it's going to make, it's going to pop out of any design that you put it in, isn't it?
You're
not going to miss it. You can't miss it.
You can't miss it. It's totally unique, isn't it? Completely unique colour. Yeah. And it is Russian chrome diopside. That is the one location to get this. And the fact of the matter is that you can only get to it 3 months of the year, and that's in summer, when it's still snowing on the ground. It's so cold in that one location. 135 carats worth of your chrome diopside. You've got almost a meter's worth here, around 86 centimetre strand. Double strand, your price today is just £14.95. This is gonna go far. This is unique, this is different. And you've got so much on here of such an executive, because it is, isn't it? It's an executive gem, chrome diopside. You've got loads of it here, absolute abundance of it, at just £14.95. Congrats. Now, did we start our collection yesterday? Did you start your gem collector collection yesterday? Because I said I've got 4 on for you yesterday. Let's start off a collection. Our gem collector collection is essentially a collection of gemstones that have been specifically acquired to be part of this so high-end collection piece, a work of art, really they are. These pieces are the pinnacle point of excellence. To get into this collection, to be part of this collection, to be selected for this collection, Steve himself will have a list of qualities that he believes and are renowned to believe in the gemstone world that every single one of the gems itself must have to be given that summit point, that pinnacle point of excellence. Once he's ticked off all of those ticks in the tick list of what he's looking for, whether it be clarity, hue, interest, whatever it might be, once he's ticked all of those off, only then do the gems get selected to be part of the gem collector collection. And you have the chance to own them today. The fact of the matter is, those kind of limits and regulations are so restrictive that whenever we get the gem collectors in, we can at any one time get no more than 20 realistically. So you've got to be quick, especially when you see this gem, because I personally have never seen this on this channel before, and I wish I had because I love it. This is your Eclipse quartz. I'm going to get it out for you to see it, so you can really see this. Do you know what? I don't even think my grabber will hold this. It's so massive. What I can tell you is, I had a little look on our sister channel. Our sister channel has an Eclipse quartz ring in at the moment. Can I hold it? Oh, no, I can't. Wait, I can if I don't breathe. Our sister channel has an Eclipse quartz ring in at the moment, which is paired with 925 and is paired with topaz. Their piece is 4.4-ish carats, so half the carat weight of ours. Their price point for that ring, for half the carat weight of this, and that's the centre gemstone, this is the centre gem, their price point, and their amazing price point, is £68 for half the carat weight of this. Got the 925 silver, but this is the central stone, this is the eye-catching piece. Half the carat weight, £68. Look at the quality. Have you ever seen this gem before, Gem?
Never seen it. No,
Isn't that unique?
Yes, it's like, it's sort of milky when you look at it one way, but then the other is completely clear.
That's why it's called Eclipse, because it depends when it catches the light. It's like when you have an eclipse of the sun or the moon or whatever, and it is that individual effect that you get. It's totally unique. Do you know what? Add it to your collection, make something if you wish from it. It is as well important to point out that this is my favourite cut as well. It's the concave cut on here, which you can see. Your price today, you're going to love. That goes to show you the quality of this, and guess what? That goes to show you what a bargain this is, because that is double the carat weight of the idea I've just given you at a seriously low price. $39.94 for you today. Bit of a random number, the 94, but hey ho, there it is. $39.94 for you today. Don't know why the 4's there, who knows? Why not? So, I've got an absolute bargainacious. I love that gem. Oh my goodness, that in a ring or a pendant would be beautiful. I have got for you now a top-up stasher. Have you got lots of craft fairs coming up? Or are you going to be making loads of your Christmas gift? Sorry, I'm just grabbing a board. If so, this is your chance to top up on the essentials. Look at all of these. Oh my gosh. It's impossible for you to, because there's so many and they're all sort of snogging each other. They won't get off each other. Look at these. These are your earring essentials, we've called them today. Earring essentials. So these are your earring findings. You've got, get this, 50 pairs of these. 50 pairs. So you're getting 100 of these in total. Sorry, I'm holding the wrong way on. If you imagine you put your ear through this bit, your earlobe would be here. That means that you can have even just a really simple hooped earring, or you can get this effect at the front and have your dangles coming from the back. You could of course have that the other way if you wanted. You could change the direction of it. You could curl off the other side and actually have yourself a beautiful multi-stranded necklace. You could even put a loop in the other side, pull them together and just have loads of lengths of chain coming down, shepherd's hook in the top, gorgeous layered chain earrings. Whatever you want to do with these, use your imagination, because let's face it, you've got 100 of them, so you've got plenty to play with. You've then got, and I love these, I haven't seen these before today, and I adore them. Shepherd's hooks with a twist, literally. Wow, aren't they amazing? Look at them, twisted detail. Of course, if I turn them around, that's the effect you'd get from the ear, because where my tweezers are would be where your earlobe would rest. You've got that loop at the bottom, so you're able to pop your chandeliers on if you so wish. You are going to be getting, of the silver, 20 of these in total. Just to let you know the dimensions, 22 by 10 mil on these, and that detail is exquisite, isn't it? With that gizmo and coil effect as well, just above the base. So you've got the silver colour. I've then got the opposite colour. I don't know why I always think gold is opposite to silver, but I do. I've got your golden colour as well in these. I love it in the gold actually. I don't know why, but to me it seems like it highlights the twist detail even more. Maybe that's just me. The lovely thing is, of course, the twist detail you will be able to see from the ear, because at the front, that would be the look you get. So you get that gorgeous detail that's then continuing through to the end section. Don't forget, if you don't want your loop to be placed there, all you have to do is warm this very slightly with your fingers, and you can turn it in the other direction, like that. So I'll show you. That means that you could have, so this is, obviously I've turned one, I haven't turned the other. You can have either a front-on effect or you could have your hidden side effect. It's up to you. Just change them as you want them. Easy peasy. So you've got them in the silver, the gold, and you're getting them in one of the most popular colours, the rose gold as well. So don't forget, we're getting 20 of each in each colour. There you go. 20 of each in each colour. Hang on, is that right? Is that right? 20, yeah, that's right. So those are all the goodies you're getting. There's the picture of them all. Essential earrings you've got. Look how many goodies you've got there in an array of colours, an array of uses. Your price today, you're going to love. Congratulations everyone who's purchased them already at that price point. Congratulations, because the only way that you can guarantee you would have got these is to get in as quickly as you did, and you did do that. And to say thank you for doing that, everyone pays the same. I'm about to drop the price. You've got 100 of these, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 of these, 160 pieces of your earring findings at £7.95. 160 pieces for £7.95. What do you think of that, Gem?
I think it's an absolute bargain.
Isn't it?
Completely. It's brilliant, and it's, you know, it's still really hard. Even though rose gold is really popular, it's still really hard to find it on the high street in plated.
Yeah.
It's not. You find your gold, silver, antique, bronze, or gunmetal, but you still hard to find the rose gold. So it's fantastic.
So
even
it's
just
good
for
having
those.
Variety.
Yeah, and if you do find it, you pay a premium because it's unusual.
And it is, isn't it?
So,
It's unusual,
yeah.
but it's one of the most sought after.
Yeah.
It is such a fab selection you're getting today with these twist details. The phone lines have gone absolutely loop-de-loop. Hello everybody, welcome. £7.95 for all these earring finding. It is absolutely phenomenal. I've got loads of you getting it. There is a slight queue on the phone. There is loads of people with it in baskets. Do not worry though. Call centre will be with you on 0800 644 655. Great for your Christmas family presents. Well, not just Christmas. If you've got this many, this is going to last you, it could last you a year depending on how many pieces you make or how many friends and family birthdays you want to create gifts for, or for yourself, of course. If you've got craft stores, it's imperative at this time of year that we catch up, because the last thing you want to do is get to December, have your craft stalls. Hopefully your craft stalls, they love your pieces, you almost sell out within the first day or two of your craft fairs, and then think, oh my goodness, I've run out of my essentials. Nightmare. It's a stress that is unnecessary. It's an unnecessary stress you're applying to yourself when you could just pay £7.95 now and make sure you've got your backup there if you need them. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I've got about a quarter of my stock gone. No, sorry, quarter of my stock left, not gone. 3/4 worth of my stock is gone. So I've not got many of these left at all. Treat yourself to them whilst you can, everybody. Congratulations, £7.95. Not many of those left. They're fab, aren't they? Never seen them. How do you feel about adding a little bit of texture now to your pieces? One of the best ways to add texture for me is with this beautiful organic. It's your cashew pearl. Not a massive amount, massive amount, not a massive amount. I've got bang on 30. Cashew pearls. They're not like your be-well pearls, because your be-well pearls, of course, are named after the location. The cashew pearls are named after the texture. And very, very simply, the reason you get this look is due to the fact that when the irritant is within the mollusk rejects the irritant, and that's why you get this effect. So essentially with a pearl, when the irritant is added to the mollusk, so it's the hinged shell, isn't it? You know, whether it be an oyster or a mussel or whatever it might be, the hinged mollusk, when an irritant is added, say for example a grain of sand or whatever it might be, it will add layer and layer and layer of nacre over the top of itself, which is how you get those beautiful round pearls, because it's layer upon layer upon layer of nacre. With the cashew pearl though, actually what happens is the irritant that's added is rejected by the mollusk. But it still thinks that there's something there because it tries to protect itself, but the irritant is gone, so it creates this kind of peculiar, unique, unusual organic shape, and that's why you get this shaping, and that's why it's so exquisite. These are your Keshi Mulberry cultured pearls. Your price point today is just £9.95 for you today. Lots of you coming in. There really is plenty of you getting involved with us today. Thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it, you know that. £9.95. What would you do with these, Gem Crow?
I would crochet with them. Just either very fine wire, 0.25 wire, or beading thread, or even monofilament if you've got the patience. Just crochet, put them every 4th stitch and do as many strands as you can, and then put them all together, twist it up, and they look amazing.
I love that idea.
Because they bounce light from every angle, so you need to put them in something where you're really going to showcase that.
On Thursday, I went to a well-known craft store because I needed some Velcro.
Okay.
I came out with a whole new hobby, and it's crochet.
Yeah, I love crochet.
Yeah, oh my goodness, so much fun. After an hour, I got it, I understood. Don't get me wrong, I can only do 1 stitch.
Yeah.
I can do the chain, and then I know how to do like the basic stitch.
Yeah, but that's what you need. That's what you need. I mean, but the necklace I'm talking about is just a chain.
Okay.
But I know Sheila and Linda both fantastic at crochet, and I'm sure they should do a workshop. I think they are.
Should.
I think they're thinking about it.
Oh, I love crochet.
Best way to learn.
Oh, I'm in good company with me crocheters, aren't I? £9.95 loads, are you getting that? Congrats. More keshies now, and in fact I'll keep those ones out because I just want you to see how gorgeous do they work together. Very, I think. That's my impression of jingle bells, apparently. Ting, 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 ting. Rubbish impression. But it's Christmassy, isn't it?
I was going to say that, and usually it's gold and red that makes you think of Christmas, but that somehow does as well.
Because these are like that cold, frosty, silver morning. You know, in the morning when you get up and it's cold outside, but it's dry, and you almost get that prickling feeling on your skin with the coldness. It kind of bites your cheeks. That's what they made me think of. Is that just me? Quite clearly, it's just me who feels that way. But that's what they say to me. That's what they make me think of. These are beautiful silver-coloured cultured pearls. Were you one of the lucky people to get your hands on this earlier on? Because they go nice, don't they? These are your silver cultured top drill cashew pearls. Great for making little flower details, great for adding to your design. The pearlescence on these is spectacular because, and trust me, to really appreciate pearlescence, get it home to appreciate, but actually you can see a little bit in the middle ones, can't you? Greens, pinks, purples, golds. Can you see some of them at home? Get it home to really appreciate it though, really do that. 30-day money back guarantee, etc. Do get your hands on this strand today if you want to, because it's a bargain and it's a bit gorgeous too. Your price point today is just £9.95 for you today. Congratulations. QZDP61. That is the code on these gorgeous silver top jeweled, and actually go really nice with this make of Gemma's, wouldn't it, that we saw earlier on? They'd be quite nice in the middle. They'd be quite nice as like little faux leaves we could do in between here because they go so well with those spaces.
They do. It'd be nice the crochet we were just talking, but use the little daisies from the lace as well in with the crochet. That would look lovely.
Oh, that's a nice idea. In the crochet
and
itself.
use them together.
Congratulations to you all getting these, loads and loads and loads of you. You know, we don't get to see cashew pearls in particular that much, and they are going, gone, because whenever we get them in, people love them and we sell out. So loads of multi-buyers on that. Congratulations to everybody. Whew. Get ready now, because this is a wonderful example of a wonderful gem. If you want to add a unique ruby-like red to your collection but still have the transparency you beg for with ruby, now is your opportunity, because this is stunning quality rhodolite garnet. It has got that Zambian ruby feel to it, doesn't it? With the pink hues running through there, with that clarity running through there as well. It is so spectacular. It really, really is. You've got graduation here as well, which makes it workable too, and that's what we want, don't we? We don't just need beauty, we want workable too. And you've got that here because it's from 2x1 all the way to 6x1 mil. It's great because it's workable too, because look, they're the button shapes, so you can work with them sideways too if you wished, or you can just stack them like this is at the moment. Lengthy strand, 0 spaces, gem upon gem upon gem upon gem. Do you feel like I'm trying to call you whenever I say that?
Yeah, but it's only you, I don't know why.
How funny is that?
It's only you, because everybody says it all the time, but every time you say it, I swing my head round.
Yeah, pardon? I noticed you kept looking at me, it's like, hi, yeah, I'm talking about the job. This is a beautiful, beautiful example of the gemstone itself, and it has got that ruby-like feel, luster, and beauty to it. But the price point is going to be nowhere near. Today, Yorkshire, Inverness. You lucky people. Because you love $14.95 on this. You didn't know I was about to drop it. Everybody pays the same. Don't forget, get yourself on the phone if you want to own it for just £10.95 for this entire strand of your gorgeous Rhodolite Garnet. Honest truth, why have we dropped the price? We've got low stock. That's why. That's it. Simple as that. That's all it is. £10.95 for this entire strand. You're shaking your head. You're shaking your head.
Yeah, I did a little head shake there. It's such a low price.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The genuine Rhodolite Garnet.
And the colour of it, I did think it was ruby, that colour. Or even Spinel, you know, it's those colours.
Spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, today we've had on emerald. Ooh. We've had sapphire, ooh. Tanzanite, ooh. We've not actually had any ruby until now. Gosh, it is. Oh.
It looks lovely from here.
It's really, really pretty. Take a look. That is kind of your archetypal ruby tone, really, isn't it? It's got the hints of pinks as the background there. It's pretty textbook. You've only actually seen this once before, ladies and gents, and it's been so popular. Not got that many of them left. This is a natural gem quality piece of ruby. This is serious quality gemstone that we're working with here. It is natural, again, no irradiation on this, no filling on this, no heat to this, totally natural. Now, I point out natural for this in particular because, like I say, for many people, the fact that you own something from the Big Four is important, but the fact that you own a Big Four that is natural is imperative for some people. So if you are one of those people and you want to own one of the Big Four that's natural, now's your opportunity to do so. You have got plenty of ruby on here, 115 carats worth. That is a lot of pair of earrings. That is a lot of pendants, isn't it? If you think, ladies and gents, about, I always say, don't I, cast your mind back when you maybe saw ruby for the first time, or maybe when you bought your first piece of ruby as a ready-made piece. I would have in my mind, you know, 5 carats worth of ruby in a ring. Oh my God, that must be hundreds of pounds. You would, wouldn't you? Because that's what it is on the high street, and that's what we get used to, and that's what we get brought up on. We get brought up on the fact that ruby's one of the Big Four and it's ridiculously expensive, especially when it's natural. Boy, oh boy, hundreds and hundreds of pounds you'd think just for 5 carats worth, wouldn't you? 155 carats worth, to be honest, isn't even something I would have been able to fathom, I don't think, a few years ago, that you could even buy that many carats worth of this gemstone in one place. I wouldn't have imagined you could, and it may make me sound silly, but I would have thought that if you could have bought ruby 115 carats worth together in one place, it would be thousands of pounds. Thousands and thousands is what I would imagine, because that's what we're used to. We go on the high street, people know ruby, people understand ruby, and it is an exclusive high-end gemstone. I would not have expected this price. I would not have expected £14.95. I would have thought you were lying if you were to say we're actually going to £11.95 for you today. Lowest ever price.
You can't even believe that it's actually ruby at that price. Do you know, you're going to have to get your certificates, and you're going to have to make your markup significant, because nobody will believe, if you price it according to what you bought it for, nobody's going to believe for 1 second that it's actually ruby.
No.
So, you know.
Mark it up. I would say as an example, because you'll be better at this, as an example. So for people who are selling their jewellery, perhaps you're selling your jewellery for the first time, what we tend to say here is when you want to price something, take into account the price you've spent on the pieces, and then don't forget to charge for your time. So some people will have, say, a set rate or a set hourly rate for themselves, and however long that piece takes to make, you know, they'll add that up. Some people will go down to the bare bones of it and will actually work out, well, £11.95, I've used 3 gemstones in this, that means that per gem it's this price. Let me work that out actually. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 rubies I have on my strand. You'll have around the same. 46 pence each. Now I would say though, if you were to price this, don't actually put that price in mind, I would say.
That's what I'm saying. You price on what it's worth. Don't make your prices based on what you've bought it for, because nobody will believe you, for one. You know, and two, you don't need to. I mean, what we do here is go on margin, don't we? So if we get it low, you get it low. Yeah. But you don't have to do that at home just because, you know, just because that's what you get it for.
Exactly. That's it. That's just what you get it for. I would actually say, if we ever do price drop pieces on this, I personally wouldn't take that into account when I'm selling my pieces personally, because I could have bought it at full price. It was just so happened that I tuned in on that day and I got it in a lower price. I personally, when we price drop things, wouldn't take that into account at all, because let's face it, even at the price that it was full price, you're getting an absolute bargain. The fact of the matter is, at just over 40p per one for ruby, if you don't charge accordingly to what would be expected, people purely won't believe you. And don't forget, you can get your authenticity collection, your authenticity certificates. If you're ringing up, ask them about it, or you can actually print them off online as well, or you can add them to your order. It's worth it for this type of strand. It's totally natural. I've only got 39 left though. And how many in baskets, producer Helena? 25 in baskets, quite a few people on the phone. It will be a sellout, which doesn't surprise me because it's gorgeous, it's epic. I've only got 38 left, and I've just price dropped ruby. Right, listen, ask yourself this honestly. I want a very honest answer from all of you. Would you rather buy this, just one, genuine ruby, just this one here, this genuine, stunning ruby that is going to last, you know, the rest of your life? It can last, and you could hand this down as a piece to your daughters, your sons, your grandchildren. It could be an antiquity within your family, which will bring joy and pleasure and compliments for year and year after year. Or would you rather pay the same price and buy a packet of chewing gum? Because that's the same price as a packet of chewing gum. In fact, chewing gum, more expensive if you get it from the garage. 55p. I got charged the other day for a little, like, you know, the little 20 pack ones. Yeah, I'd rather buy a ruby, personally. Because chewing gum, what happens is, you don't close the end. Right, this really is a bugbear for me, and I think they need to come up with something. You don't tie the end properly sometimes. So what happens? Oh, I don't get the pots, I get the little, like, tubey things of them, you know, little square tubes. You take 1 or 2 out, and then you don't close it up properly, and it doesn't hold its shape. So then you rustle in your bag next time, and they've all fallen out, and they're at the bottom of your bag, covered in lint and bits of biro. really irritating. Don't get me started, yeah? Just don't. It's really annoying to me. But personally, I would prefer to buy a ruby. Maybe that's just me. 21 opportunities left. How many in baskets? 22 in baskets, 19 left. Don't worry though, telephone bidders, you're winning at the moment. There's loads of you telephone bidders coming in. I don't know if there's something wrong with the baskets. You're not checking them out, but loads of you are getting them. 18 left. It's going to be a sellout. Congratulations, everyone. That is stunning. And that price point. Oh, brand new? I didn't know these were coming. Brand new S-shaped clasps. 95 gold. Oh, guys, have you seen these? Oh, they're beautiful. Wait, I'm going to be a bit mischievous. I want to show you that side first. There we go, look. S-shaped clasp, 925, plated in 9-carat gold. But wait, you get detail on it as well. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? Hey, you could set gemstones onto that, couldn't you? You could actually put little bits of resin onto there, couldn't you, as well, if you wanted to? That is 925 detail on these. They're sizable as well, aren't they? Now, these we describe as your S-shaped clasps, because what you can do is you can add part of a necklace or a bracelet here and here, and then that's your clasp, and you simply slide it out, and then you open your clasp up. You can, though, use it, of course, for, you know, just chaining together. You could add loads of these together, chain on some really high-end pieces. Use them as spacers, why not? Don't have these hiding at the back if you don't want to. Have them at the front of a neckline piece to really catch the eye. 95 is 92.5% genuine silver and 7.5% ore. Now, that means that you've got quality and luxury with the 92.5%, but then the ore, the added base metal within there that you've got running through this, gives it strength. If I was to give you these in fine silver, which can be around sort of 99.9% silver, then, well, it would be likely that as a clasp they might open up, they might bend out of shape. So this truly is the highest quality of silver I can bring to you as a jewellery making component that we would be happy for you to use, and we will be happy that it would hold for you. But then we're going to step further and we've enveloped it in genuine 9-carat gold. It is spectacular, isn't it? You're going to be getting 5 of these in total. The sizing of them, for those who want to know, is 21 by 9 mil, and the jump rings themselves are approximately 7 mil. All of these, look at them. Look at that, is just luxurious, isn't it? Your price point today, brand new, just £14.95. Well, let's ask Jan this, okay, listen. How much would I be charging extra for a 95 gold-plated clasp than maybe just your copper?
I'd say if you add your sterling silver elements to a piece of jewellery, you can probably double the price. So even though it doesn't, you know, if you're selling a plated piece of jewellery at £20, then you put a sterling silver clasp on, I think you're asking £40. It just takes it into that next bracket. Nothing to do with how much it's cost you. It just takes it into another bracket, another, you know.
Right. And some people will request to only have 925, won't they?
Yeah, and people like it for gifts as well, because it's got that inherent value.
Yeah, and it feels a bit more luxurious, a bit more special, doesn't it, as well? This is great if maybe you have allergies, if perhaps you have sensitive skin, because you've not got to worry about it as much with the 925 and the gold. Do give them a go. If you want to make some special Christmas pieces, do so today at just £14.95. Congratulations, everybody. ANDL 91 is the code. ANDL 91. Hello, favourite gemstone. Oh, really? Oh, are we now? I've just heard the price of this. And it's my favourite too. Gorgeous opal. I love opal. I do, I love opal. There's nothing really more I can say. I love the history, I love the interest, I love the difference that you get. In certain opals, you'll be looking for opalescence, won't you? In certain types you will. Peruvian, that's not what you're looking for. We don't look for that in Peruvian opal. Very much like your dendritic, we look for the base tone and the colour. There is no colour plate, it's completely opaque. We look for the strength and the unique individuality of the colour. We look for the interest within there. Look at this. Every single band's different, almost scenic in appearance. It is a gemstone with so much history, so much interest historically. Even just the way it forms is interesting to me over a long period of time. There is so much part for you to really get involved and fall in love with opal like I have. And you know, whenever I can, bring opal to you. Whenever I can, I will try and get you all to own it. Because I want you all to have a range of it. I want you all to love it as much as I do. I want you all to really appreciate the variety and think, actually, oh, I didn't know that you could get opal like that. That's different. That's going to add a different look to my pieces, a different dynamic to my pieces. It's so versatile. I love it. I understand why Becky does too. I want you all to think that. So whenever I can, I'm going to give you the most amazing price on opal. Your price today, Gemma Crow.
That is, you just don't expect it, do you?
No, but that's the should be price.
Oh no.
Oh no. $7.95.
Might as well just give it away.
For genuine, real deal, natural opal. What? It is unprecedented to have this gemstone with so much interest, so much fact, so much history and lore behind it, so much sought after nature. Because I always say, don't I, it's not one of the big four, and I know it's not, but I think it should be. I think it is definitely up there. When you're younger, think about back to when you were, I don't know, 7 or 8 or 9. What gemstones could you recall? Well, I would have been able to tell you emerald, ruby, sapphire, diamond, i.e. the big four. I would then be able to tell you amethyst and opal. And I think that's pretty much it. Those are the names you know when you're growing up. You know the big four and you know opal and amethyst. Well, I knew amethyst because I knew it was my birthstone. What about you when you were younger?
Yeah, opal was definitely one of them. I think my nan's jewellery, because there's a lot, my gran's jewellery, they had a lot of opal in. I think it's quite vintage, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely right. Loads and loads of you coming in for this. An unprecedented price on, for me, an unrivaled gemstone. £7.95. Get it whilst you can, because at that price point, you know it's not going to stick around for long. Can I have a quantity check, please, lovely producer Helena? Helena's penultimate day with us today on the Designer Inspiration Show. She's going over to the late show, Gem. Yeah.
Dark side.
Yeah, she's going on to the late show. Where the bats live. No, I'm only joking. No, she's going over to the late show, but only for a bit. She'll be back with me soon. £7.95 is your price point today. Do treat yourself to this whilst you can, because it's going far too quickly for my liking. Well, no, not really, because I love everyone getting their hands on opal, because I just love the fact that you all love it as much as I do. It's fab. 65 carats worth of your Peruvian opal. That price, unprecedented for an unrivaled gem. £7.95. Congratulations, everybody. Your name's gone off my screen, but I'm thinking of you all. This is going to be a quick one as well, because we know how much you lot adore this, especially when it's in such a unique shape. Black Spinel, 80 carats worth. These are your saucer shapes, so it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see the detail that has been put into this, but I'll try and let you see it if I can. Sorry if my fingers are in the way. Look at the facets on these. Can you see that around the outside, around this section, it's zigzag detail because of all the facets, because of the way the facets work. That is what gives you this gorgeous crisp outer edge. I didn't mean to roll my R then, it just sort of happened. Your crisp outer edge that you have on here. It is absolutely beautiful that you've got that effect, that detail, that unique individual appearance on this. Now, what would you think of doing with this jam?
I think they're great for in between larger rounds, or even in between pearls, something like that.
It's special, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Lovely ladies and gentlemen, this is your gorgeous black spinel. Your price point's gorgeous as well. Yes, believe it, £6.95 for genuine, unique in shape, gorgeous, solid spinel. And it is, isn't it? These are beautiful high-end pieces, a really sought after gem at a really low price point. £6.95. What do you think of that price, honestly?
I think it's a fabulous price.
It is, isn't it?
Everything today has been fabulous. That's amazing.
Yeah.
With the pearls.
Oh, love it. I love.
Yeah.
So exciting. £6.95. Congratulations to all of you. 80 carats worth of your black spinel. Now, lovely lady, it's time for me to mosey on over to you, because we're going to have a look at Gem's stunning challenge. Come on over. Come with me.
I haven't got lots done. There's lots of tidying up.
I think you have got loads done.
Nice and simple.
You got given 3 strands.
Yes.
The 3 strands will be on your screen in a moment, but let's talk through a couple of them. First off is the pearls. I need this piece in my life. It's too late, I've already bagsied it.
It's cute, isn't
Helena's literally screaming down my ear, no, I need that! Too late, bagsied it. £11.95 was the price of these pearls that we've got here. How did we create this?
I had 2 pieces of twisted wire left, so I just thought, well, made an arch onto the frame, and then the drill hole in that drop goes through and wedges everything together, and then just really tie it to the frame. That one took about 10 minutes, really quick.
Fuck, isn't it? Gorgeous though.
Great for little girls.
Beautiful. Oh, how. You're so right. You then the amethyst drop as well. Do we have any of those left actually? Because I remember they were ridiculously popular. 1 or 2 left. They're coming at the bottom of your screen for you. Let's have a look at this necklace piece as well. That's pretty.
So that's one of the earring findings, just with a garnet either side.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Very simple.
One of your garnets either side, and then the amethyst drop in the middle. Yeah. Let's take a look at this necklace. Has this been done on memory?
Yeah, I used memory wire for that, because again, it's even keeping it really simple, really basic.
It's really simple in design. Sorry, I've just chucked a bust over. It is simple in design, but it's really eye-catching and wearable and perfect for things like Masquerade if you're doing something over the top on the face.
That's right.
Yeah. The garnet's coming in at the bottom of your screen now, and that's brand spanking new. Don't forget these were. That's at the bottom of your screen. Moving over to the earrings. How elegant.
Yeah, and again, they just all work together so well. They, you know, the gems speak for themselves, don't they? You really don't need to go overboard.
Because they're beautiful, actually, for earrings, because the way the light goes through and the way the light shines through.
Yeah, that's it.
It's going to really sparkle and add interest, isn't it?
That's right. I mean, you can see because the light's going through, you can actually see the diamonds formed by the cross.
Let me see.
Like a.
Yeah, you're right. Due to the facets. Yeah. And that's what you want. You want that interest, don't you? And lastly, but by no means leastly, you've got this necklace here, which is again on memory wire, with your clasp at the back.
Yeah, and you know, couldn't be more simple, could it?
Let me show you the back of this as well, because I think sometimes we think memory wire, oh, you just have memory wire and that's it. But you always put a clasp on yours, don't you? All pretty much always.
Yeah, I do, unless it's going to come quite a long way back round, and then I'll put a crimp cover on the end of the loop. And that'll sort of end it for me.
Yeah. Gem, thank you so much for joining us today. It has been a ball.
Epic.
Hasn't it been epic?
Great.
Hasn't it been seriously epic?
Loved it.
I have got so many goodies coming up for you tomorrow as well. When are you next with us though, more importantly?
Thursday, I think. Thursday we've got lots
Morning?
of mesh. Morning show.
Morning show?
Yeah.
Mesh?
Meshy morning, yeah.
A meshy morning?
Meshy morning.
Sounds like you've had one too many bevies then, to be honest. You've got a meshy morning on Thursday with the gorgeous Gem. I'm going to be back with you tomorrow. Tomorrow is very special because not only am I joined by my gorgeous lady, spellbinding Laura Binding, and she's going to be creating a cocktail ring collection for us. Very important also, don't forget I've got that brand new tool. One-step loopers, but with a twist. Brand spanking new on tomorrow. And don't forget it's the Zodiac show as well, so stay tuned for so much more. Late show competition. Stay where you are to find out more.
I've got the most treats. 15 prizes.